Attention passengers, this is your stewardess Iris Chacon on flight 560. We will be reaching our destination point of San Juan, Puerto Rico within the next 5 minutes. Please fasten your seatbelts and have your seats in an upright position. Thank you for flying Air Goya.
Without your love,
like putting me to bed. Now the freedom that I gave you, you abused.
if you want my love,
Girl, you got to choose. D-L-A-Y, if you play with me.
What's up, my brother?
What's going on, my brother?
Chilling. Let me give that old salute. Bada bing. Man, what's popping? What a day, huh? What a day.
It's been an interesting week. You know how it goes, man. Up and down, up and down.
Up and down, sideways, everywhere, bro. It is what it is.
I'm gonna go to the avatar, so I wanna have to be rude and keep looking at to the side.
Yeah, I noticed. That's what I've been doing, bro. I've been looking at the damn side of the monitor.
Yeah, plus I don't want them staring at this ugly grill too long. Scare the ladies away.
Oh damn. Sven, what's going on, my brother?
Sven Larson. How you doing, my brother?
Good old Sven. Mr. Redhead.
There goes my guy. Redhead stepchild in the house. Chris Capello.
What's going on, brother?
William Brooklyn. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what's up.
Now, what we're going to do, everyone, we're going to take questions from everybody because, you know, at the end of the day, we try to not to go along with everything, the narrative and gossip that happens. But, you know, there's questions and that people have certain stuff that they want to look at, you know, they want to talk about. So, yeah, we're always, that's one thing about anything. We're always going to be open to get questions from our subscribers, our take on what's going on and stuff like that. Lefty Guns Pool Hall in the house. San Jose Life. Thank you for stopping by.
Saludo de Califa. What's going on, Pike?
Hell yeah. Our brother Lou is taking care of some family stuff, but I'm sure he'll jump in a little bit later on the line when he gets some free time. Michael Moormill, good to see you.
Mikey.
Mikey's a good guy.
Hell yeah. Mikey's been with us for a while, bro.
Yeah, and it goes to show you how good that dude is. You know, that's one thing. With all the craziness that happens of YouTube, you know, you tend to meet certain people that, you know, they, like I like to say, they're consistent in who they are. And he's just an awesome individual. He himself has taken flack, and that's what we see now when it goes on. You know, you get, what do you say? You get ostracized for whose particular chat you happen to pop your head up in, and we've done it to people as well. So, you know, and it has to stop. And I catch myself saying it has to stop, and I want them doing the same thing. But yeah, and we've seen it play out. I've seen it again play out today, and you shouldn't be ostracized of whose chat you choose to go in, and it's becoming crazy.
Yeah, you know how it is, bro. People get caught up in the moment.
Yeah,
it is what it is. Tony the Night Owl, what's going on?
Tony, how you doing, sweetie? Arthur Stewart, good to see you, bro. Steve Harrod, you been laying low? Yeah, that's good. Sometimes people need a break, man, and refresh, because sometimes that is constant craziness. You think about it, it slowly drive you insane. Yeah, my man, Joey Melrose in the house. Yeah, Chris Capella, it was crazy. You know, that's the thing. Sometimes when people are angry about certain situations, they vent, and sometimes they say things in the heat of the moment that, should not have been said, but sometimes down the line, you can apologize for certain words and hopefully somebody can accept it. Like I always say, I've always had an issue. If it's two grown men going at each other, whether they're content creators or subscribers, let them go at it. Let them do their thing. I don't like the women and children aspect in involving families, and sadly it does happen. I've never been cool with it. Same way, but I can't also ostracize somebody for them feeling a certain way or defending themselves in a form that they feel they need to defend, whether it's right or wrong.
Yeah, you know how that works, bro. Sean, what's up, Sean?
I'll say, what's up, Sean? How you doing? But and I'll touch on it now. Stand-up guy's been my friend, and again, like I've had many friends. Like Tony Soflo is my friend. Now I can't, I might not agree with some of their tactics and the words and how they do things, but at the end of the day, they're their own people. I could just tell them this is how I feel about this, and that's how I feel about that. But I might not necessarily agree with it, but it still doesn't change that. And if you with somebody, no matter how much heat comes on, or you're gonna want to being attacked, if that you consider that person a friend, you ride with them. Whether they right or wrong, you ride with them. Hopefully, you get it right. When me and my brother started the No Flyzone, it was a model that we would use. Whether my brother is right or wrong, I will ride with my brother, and hopefully later on, we can fix that right. And I'm not one to turn my back on anybody. Hey, we have far too much of that. People telling you what you can do, where you can go, who you can see, who could be your friends, and we've always maintained that we're grown men here, first and foremost, before anything, whether we're content creators or subscribers. And me and my brothers is what bonded us together. No one will tell us what to do, how we feel, and it's to the point now that, with experience and YouTube and all aspects of it, it gets to that point where you're gonna get negativity coming at you, and none of it bothers me anymore. I've become so desensitized to it; it doesn't matter, because those who have something to say and they might not like me and everything, that's fine. You're entitled. You don't have to like me. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it, because for every person that doesn't like me, I think there's about 10 people that do. And with those kind of odds, I'm good with that all day. What won't happen is we won't be told what to do. We will not be forced to change our opinions or how we feel about certain things because others might not like it. That will never change. It will never change for any content creator. We get along with a lot of people, and I have friends that are not going to necessarily be friends of my brothers or friends of others. It's just what it is, but you feel a certain way, ride it. But what we have too much in this community is everybody wants to be liked so much. They don't want to be ostracized. They don't want to be looked at differently. They don't want to pop up in the chat and see they're being talked about because they're not doing something particular that's not agreeable with someone else. That'll never happen. We're always going to be our own men. Mark in the house.
Ain't nobody
Brian
paying
Miller.
my damn rent. The
Brian Miller.
Indo, TT, what's going on?
TT Rad, how you doing? Blessings. The Indu and the superstar Vito.
See, that's a difference, bro. And like I said, just seeing the Indo in the chat, not many know. I'm one of those, man. I like meeting people. You know what I'm saying? So I met my brother. I've met the Indu. Me and the Indu broke bread together. Same thing I did with my brother. So it is what it is. We know each other on a personal level.
Our brother Primo in the house. Primo,
shit,
good to see you.
Primo.
Primo, that is right. And yeah, and it's like our situation with the Hindu. The Hindu's a good person, you know,
Yep.
and that he's one. There are a few that no matter what, you just don't ask us to look at them any differently or change our minds. The Hindu is such a good person, and I have so much respect for how he did his platform that I ride with Hindu. And when
Yep.
that will never change, no matter who likes it or who doesn't. It's just some that you know are good people, and, you know, and he is one. He's been with us since day one, and that's not going to change. You know, because we also know the person that he is. He's a genuine good person. He doesn't like conflict, doesn't like the drama. He's not okay with all the stuff that goes on. You know, but he himself is been put in the mix because of certain people hanging out in his chat. Is one of the reasons why I kind of stood away from his chat, because I didn't want him to necessarily have to deal with that kind of stuff, you know, and it's going on far too much. I watched another subscriber, you could say content creator, get get ostracized today because of what channels he chooses to go to. And it's gotten to that point where it's ridiculous. At the end of the day, he's a grown man. Let the man go where he wants to go, you know. But they want to tell you who you can go with. Oh, well, we're mad at this person, or this person is saying this about your friend. You shouldn't be there, and it's just gotten monotonous. It's gotten monotonous.
You know how it is, bro. But don't get that shit twisted. Don't fuck with the Endu. That's all I'm telling you.
No, yeah,
Don't
yeah.
do it.
There's just it's not gonna happen.
Don't
It's
cross
not
that
gonna
line
happen.
for real.
People just need to focus on their shows and stop worrying about whoever else is in somebody else's chat. You know, you don't watch a particular show or you're not happy with a particular show, don't go to it. You're
Change
not
it.
worried about who's in whose chat, you know?
Yeah.
Because people are good. Not everybody's the same way. Not that's the thing. Not everybody has to like each other. This is what people tend to forget. Not everybody's gonna like each other. Not everybody's gonna like the same foods. Not everybody's gonna like the same thing. And it's just that simple. People have a choice. That's one thing of we live in the greatest country in the world. We have choices. You know, we have our voice. We have our opinions. You know, this is why I have a great deal of respect for the military, because people have paid the ultimate sacrifice to keep those privileges, you know, those rights, our freedom of speech and stuff like that. So we can't do that, and it's going everywhere. Look at the sense of look how YouTube is now blocking certain words, doing certain things. They don't want you to say this. They don't want you, you know, this whole cancel culture shit in this woke society is just it's next level. It's next level. It has to stop. It has to stop.
Yeah, man. It's you know, we've said it since day one, bro. It's gonna get to a point where something serious is gonna happen, and then what is it gonna be? You know, people that applaud it are just gonna sit back and say, "Oops."
It's and you get wrapped up in it, and this is not the real life. This is not the real life. When you turn off that your phone or your laptop and you go about your business, whether you're going to work or you even in your home with your kids and your wife or your girlfriend, whatever the case may be, you know, this gets shut down. This is not real life. You know, it's not. And I went into it when we opened this. We went into this with principles and all that stuff, and that's fine. You can have your principles and your codes, but we've seen far too many times all that shit goes out the window to wanting to be liked, to mob mentality, and stuff like that. And that's when you got to draw the line. You know, you feel a certain way, don't let it change you. If your voice is gonna, or people are gonna look at you different for a simple opinion that you feel on something, and ride with it. That's just your personal choice. This is how you feel. And if people can't respect that, you know, then they can go F themselves. Just don't never silence your voice or change how you feel about something because the group doesn't like it or they're not thinking like this. And definitely has to stop.
Don't get caught up in
Ostracizing,
that Jim Jones syndrome.
yeah, ostracizing people because of this, and now it's all this but we don't do this, or we don't want like that side, or we don't like this. I'm not French with this we shit. I'm not.
S'il vous plaît.
You know, we don't do the we. Well, if you want, you could drop a link. If anybody
Yeah, I'm
wants
gonna
to come
drop it
on
now.
just to say hi or talk,
Now I do have to see the cara because I don't want to get the old nutsack on the show.
Oh, you already know, Sean. You've been questioned about which chats you pop it up in and stuff like that. That becomes the new norm. All you can do is say, listen, I'm gonna go where I want to go. I can't control how the content creator of that particular show or his guests decide to vent on a screen. That's out of your control. Lead Pipe Joe. Yeah, see, that's the difference, Lead Pipe Joe. I admitted my own faults. I have no problem. I've admitted my faults. I've indulged in the same thing. I've supported certain people that I didn't support before. That's one thing about me, Lead Pipe Joe. I'm not a victim. I've never been a victim here. I don't do the blame and complain game. I take accountability for my own actions. That's one thing that many here can't do. They rather put it on somebody else than to flat out say, "Yeah, I did this," or "I said this." I've been wrong countless times, and I've said that I've indulged in the same stuff that I talk about. So there's no hypocrisy over here. When you're a man, you can admit your own wrongs. That's a first step. You don't have that. No, I understand you asking the question. That's why I'm asking it. We've all indulged in that nonsense, man, at some point or another. But you grow away from it. But the key to it is admitting one's wrong. That's what we need. We don't have that. Nobody wants to admit their own wrong. It's always, oh, it was because of this, or it was because of that, or this or that. No, own your stuff, man. We've had a free chat for the longest, where we've let anybody come ask us questions, and we've answered it honestly. It might not have been what they wanted to hear, but it was our truth, and that's all you could do.
Yeah, that's the way it is, bro. Hey, Harry with the FBS face. Yeah, good thing you jumped off, bro, because you ain't getting on.
Especially here, see what it is, and a lot of people have to do it also. Always remember, and it is never changed. There's always two sides to every story. See, but what happens is people will hear one thing for the first time and automatically go on it, assuming that's a fact. No, somebody tells you something, and you have a reasonable question and doubt in your mind. Do your own independent research. Get both sides of the story from both parties, and draw your own logical conclusion, not one that somebody else is trying to push on you. A lot of times people don't want to use their logical thinking, common sense brain. They just want to go with what everybody else is saying.
Marky, give me a dog shot if it's you, bro. All right, got you. Put it back till I am it. What's going on, brother?
What's happening, gentlemen?
Well, good morning. What up, G?
Bro?
All on the road down the day, man. What's
Having
good?
Conversation. You know how that works. We need it sometimes.
That's right. On that grown man shit, right?
You home or you grinding out?
Yeah, no, I'm at in and out, bro. But like I was telling you last time, we got a bunch of people working for us right now, so I'm able to focus on the the computer side of this stuff right now until we get it. It's gonna probably take another month. A lot of learning, bro. It's like start any new job you start. They could they've completely dropped all complete new software on us, man. And I'm just learning all this shit. It was so easy before. It's very difficult now. You know what I mean? So just I'm at home getting to learn this shit so I could take it on the road and just go from there. But I'm in and out. I'm making drops and shit. You know what I mean? These guys are running out of product and I'm linking up and making drops.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Keeping busy and making your money. That's life.
Bro, that's it, bro. Like I try not to look at it when I get discouraged. I just think about the kids, bro. And it's not like a lifelong thing I'm planning on doing for, forever. I got maybe 4 or 5 more years of this and I'm gonna take it on the road, bro. That's it.
That's what's up, bro. Thing, man.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate that. What's good though, man? What's going on?
Shit, man. In the same boat, bro. Working around, getting that little time off to play on the computer.
There you go. So free time, right?
Oh, bro, you know how that works.
For sure, bro. You need that, man. You need that. You gotta enjoy life, bro. You gotta enjoy something. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like the thing on the YouTube, bro. You know, you go to work, you bust your ass 8 hours a day, sometimes more. You get home, that's that relaxation. You shut that down. Just the same way as YouTube. You mess around on YouTube, you had enough of it, shut that shit down.
That's the best part about it. You can shut it down, man.
Yep, shut it down.
But like, you know, we're already being censored too much as a country, bro. You know what I mean? Nobody should be telling anybody where the fuck they can and can't go. You know, if that's the case, you know, you need to reevaluate that friendship that you have, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me?
We'll get mad. You know, we'll get mad if we happen to see somebody that we, you know, consider. Because there's, at least with me and my brother, there's two types of relationships that we have over here in this YouTube. We have the relationship with the subscribers, which we always do, which we interact with them. And then we have relationships where we actually address people and we have phone conversations on the phone. You know, my whole thing is I want them to match up. If we're sitting here having a phone conversation about some certain topics, and you're telling me this is where I'm at, and I go and I watch it, and it's the opposite of what you're telling me, I don't have no respect for that. I really don't.
That's what you call a weak moral compass. Now, what I didn't get to finish saying was there is levels to that shit. You know what I mean? And you just kind of touched on that. But, you know, somebody's telling you one thing in your ear and they're all about that. And then they're doing the complete opposite. Bro, that's just a weak moral compass on that individual's part. And you being the guy that I know you are and the man that I know you are, you know what to do in that type of situation.
Yeah, I distance
you know what
myself.
I mean?
I don't even address it anymore. I just slowly distance myself because at the end of the day, it becomes it's redundant to address it. You know. But and mods, that's right. If somebody decides to come in the chat tonight and disrespect somebody up on the screen, you guys got free reign. You already know you can use the hammer. We're not entertaining that nonsense tonight. We want to have a decent chat. So if you want to come in here and you want to do your little thing and you want to troll and you're trolling in a form that we're not happy, you're not going to disrespect the wrenches here. You're not going to disrespect the guests on the screen. You get the hammer real quick. It's just that simple.
Bet.
Yeah, I just got to be faster than me though. I'm quick draw.
Oh no, they're on point. We got good mods here. We're not playing.
It's pouring down here, man.
It's raining?
Pouring.
How's that wind? You were telling me about the wind.
Oh my God, bro. Last night was fucking insane with the wind. I was telling you I had to put a tarp up in my backyard, an easy up. The shit was dude, this thing took off like a fucking parachute. It caught the wind from underneath. I see that shit flying across the backyard, man. I was like, what the fuck? It was like you remember Wizard of Oz when they got caught in the fucking tornado and shit was just flying by? The house was going in the fucking car and the dog. That's what it was like.
Give me a face shot, Primo.
All
right, I got you. Go ahead. You
Carlito.
Our friend.
I don't know if you would.
Primo, how you doing, my brother?
Primo.
Hello, gentlemen. Good to see y'all.
What's happening?
Mark, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
Now, you were saying it's raining in California, man. They shut the grapevine down.
Pouring, bro. Yeah, that grapevine gets laced up with black ice, you know? And those trucks. Have you been on the grapevine?
Oh, yeah. I shoot down from Fresno to Riverside.
Oh, okay.
Flat.
So you know all about it. It's uphill and downhill, and it's steep as a mother.
Yeah, definitely. And what's weird is this, other than the 101, that's the only way to get to Southern California.
Where you at?
Fresno.
Oh, okay. I did time in Fresno up that way. I was right there I was right there at Wasco. Right there by Oildale.
I'm still pretty new to this area, but getting used to it.
Where are you coming from?
Chicago.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they close that thing often, man, but it'll open right back up because they have to, because that's the main artery from Southern Cali to Northern Cali for the truckers.
Right, for sure. That and Tehachapi.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's my alternate route is the 58.
You a trucker?
No, but
Oh, okay.
just like that route.
You're a drug runner, right?
Run them drugs, Primo. Damn.
Just a retired finance guy.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Carlos, I don't mean to cut anybody off, but I was I don't know if you're talking about anybody in particular. I don't know anything that's going on, brother. Than last night, that shit to me was fucking a little bit out of control. Me personally, like I said, I'm about everybody speaking their mind. Me personally, I don't personally want to be divulge into bashing on any women or anything like that. I don't give a fuck what she does, what she says. I'll let my lady handle that shit. That's just my thoughts on it. Each person to each his own, basically.
Yeah, with that, I wasn't okay with it. But at the end of the day, the channel got taken down because there are certain words that can't be used or descriptions as far as physical stuff done to one's body. And I think that's the reason it came down. And everything after that was, a lot of it was anger. And when we're angry and we're feeling a certain way, we tend to say things and let everything out and stuff like that. And again, at the end of the day, stand-up guy is my guy. I wasn't okay. If, like I said, how I've always felt. Grown men can go at each other. That's it. I'll let them go at it. That's how it goes. Shoot the five. But that's how we do it on YouTube. We do it with verbal. I just don't. It's far too comfortable when you put family and women into it. Other than that, I told him, I said, you vented. You went at somebody. I was like, I just have an issue with the women and kids. And a simple apology, say, I should have not brought this up and this and that, and it'll go both ways, and both will say, you know what? We can beef with each other. We don't have to like each other. That's the problem with those two do not like each other. Everybody knows they don't like each other. So that's fine. Just leave the women out of it, and you two grown men go at it every goddamn day if you want.
100%. Yeah, fighting with a woman is a losing battle, bro. Regardless, because you look bad one way, even if you win, you look bad, bro. Regardless, that's to me.
He lost a good channel with a history of stuff over a female who is really not that important.
Exactly.
It wasn't worth it.
It's a major L, bro.
Yeah, but it does happen. So now he'll regroup and start another channel and know that if you're gonna go certain things, even when we're angry, I've said stuff in anger that I regretted. We've all done that. We're human, But
yes, sir.
I won't turn my back on him. I might not agree with how he did certain things, but he's my friend. He hasn't turned on me, and I won't turn on him. But see, what I find funny is that what people don't necessarily like you, but if they find out you're going at somebody that they hate even more, they automatically want you to be your friend. I've seen a lot of people in there who would not normally say anything to stand-up guy are in there trying to blow smoke up his ass because he happens to be going at a content creator that they don't like. I don't like that fake ass shit. You didn't like me before. Why you like me now? Because I'm going at somebody you hate even more? That shit is some weak stuff. And it's like I told him, if you want to do it, I'll ride with you. You grown. You don't need my help. You've done everything by yourself. Go at whoever you got to go at, regardless if I'm cool with them or not. Go at them. You're grown men. I'm not in between that. It don't take two to fight, I says, but do not embrace these fakes that are coming here trying to act like they want to support you now because you're going at a particular content creator. They didn't have your back before and all this coming here. Do not let them gas you up and do that infantry because I watched it all through the chat. And then
I didn't see it, bro.
Oh, I watched it. I was there. I caught it late because I had just got to the house. But I've seen a lot of people antagonize it because you got some at the end of the day that love this drama. That's what they want. They want to beef. They want to be in there. They want to feel like they're part of a side, and it's comical, But Mike's at the end of the day, he's not a good guy. And what bonded me to Mike, and this is it, whether you think he's crazy or not. Stand-up guy really doesn't give a fuck. I've told people this. He really does not give a fuck. It's not an act. It's not that. He really doesn't care. This is what I bonded to him. I didn't have to always agree with everything, but I respect a fucking fighter, So we'll see what happens.
Good guy. He's a good guy.
We all got flaws. Ain't none of us.
Well, listen. Everybody deals with shit differently, man. We're not all the same. You know what I mean? So when you're dealing with multiple different personalities, people are going to do things wrong. I mean, I'm not wrong. different. And that's just how it is. And some people are gonna, like it. Some people aren't. But he don't give a fuck.
Change their mind. It happens. I don't think the
That
same
too.
way I did a year and a half ago when I came into the community, and now, for instance, the monikers, the labels. Just because you started out with a content creator, whatever differences y'all had that you choose to not support them anymore, now you're a flip-flopper, so it's stuff like that. But my thing is real simple. I stopped worrying about what people think a long time ago. If you worry about what people think or how people are going to perceive you and all that stuff, you already lost. You already lost. All you can do is be yourself. Just be yourself, be consistent. And if you're wrong, admit you're wrong and keep it moving.
That's it. That's it. And Mike does that. He follows that. He's just, they could say whatever they want to say, but the dude's been the same from day one. You know what I mean? So
he's been out there. This is what I give him respect. For instance, always bring it up. It's an aspect of his situation that traumatized him, but we talked about this and we laughed about it. How many of us here will get up on the screen and admit that a tranny went down on us? I know I ain't gonna fucking say that.
Hell no. Yeah.
But I could respect the fact that it was a experience in life that traumatized him, and he had to deal with it. He had to go through therapy, but at least he's secure enough in his own skin to come out and admit that. Well, the majority of the ones, even the ones that won't lie, won't admit that. There's a lot of stuff that we keep inside ourselves, that situations that ain't for everybody, But I always could respect that, and I always have that respect.
I don't know if it's because I'm jaded to shit, bro. I've seen a lot, bro. I've seen bodies dropped in front of me. I've been through a lot in life. And when he said that, I heard it. I was like, that fucking guy just say a fucking tranny blew him and it was an accident, right? So it registered to me and I go, fuck, that's shitty. But I kept it pushing. So me personally, the individual I trip out if somebody's harping on shit day after this, like, bro, get over it. The fucking guy, it was a mistake. It happened, and that's that. What's the fucking big deal? I mean, to me, it's like, fuck a bit. I mean, that is a huge mistake, but to keep harping on it, other people, it's like, you're more concerned about it than I think dude's concerned about it.
Exactly.
That's the crazy part to me.
But I can always respect the honesty. Again, it goes back to that, and as far as the words, we've all said stuff in angst when we're angry, and it gets to a point that depends. Like right now, I understood his situation. Your channel came down, whether because it was a mistake by you or whatever the reason it was pulled down. I can understand the anger. So this is where he came from, and it just got heightened when FBS did the show, mocking his channel coming down. That would set anybody off. If that would happen to FBS would have been doing the same thing. And and I knew when Mike said what he said, like my issue was when he brought up the wife, and I knew that FBS was going to respond because I know how he is. It's just that simple. I knew he would respond the same way. But I also know for a fact that if these two would say, you know what, let's go at each other all day and let's go. You don't like me, I don't like you. That'll never change. But let's leave the women
and children out.
I'm sure both could agree to take that step and then go at each other every goddamn day. That's fine. Just don't make it the norm. There should be no reason. There's enough material on both. Guys don't have to do that. And that's the thing. There's enough material on everybody here. If they've been in this community long enough where you don't necessarily have to involve the family, you can just go at them on stuff they've said and done through the history of this.
Bro, there's a book available for what I mean. But I know Mike, you know what I mean? I talked to Mike. And I know the guy, and I have no doubt in my mind at some point the guy's going to apologize because I know him. He's going to go, hey, you know what, think about it. That was fucked up what I said, and make an apology. He's always like that. Some guys won't do that shit, but it takes a bigger man to admit, hey, I was wrong, and I apologize. And I'm sure at some point he will.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely
agree. If he already hasn't.
If he hasn't already, he eventually will. And I can speak for this because I've seen FBS do the same thing. I've seen FBS say, you know what? This is between us. We can leave it between us and we don't involve family and kids and we just do it. And that's how it should be. Two grown men just going at each other. That's it. That's
If
what
that's
I
what they feel
want.
like. Yep.
That's what I
Me
want.
personally, hey, like you said, man, some of these dudes love that shit, right? They love drama. They love talking shit. That's their fucking thing. They get off on that shit, right? Me personally, the dude I am, I don't want to. I'm over it within a day or two. You know what I mean? But like I said, everybody's different. And me, I don't want to be bothered with that with chicken shit. You know. But like I said, it gives us something to watch first off, and just some dudes are just really, really about that shit. Hey, if that's what you do. Do your fucking thing.
It's like when we started. And I'll bring it back up because there's some that didn't witness it. There was a point in us where we actually were fighting. The No Fly Zone, we were going at it with Tony Soflo. We did a video and I addressed FBS in it, and I knew that he would respond to it, and he did, and he came at us. But it was nothing to that point where it was as excessive as it was family, kids being doxxed. It was none of that. It was just grown men going at each other, and that was cool. And what happened? It became real simple, and that's what needs to be used a lot more.
Yep.
You don't talk about me, I don't talk about you. And
Yep.
we've maintained that, but you have some that they can't. They'll say it. So if you're gonna say something about somebody, you gotta expect them to respond.
Flat back. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It's just.
But Nelson just said it. He just said it. He said at some point it's gonna go beyond YouTube.
Yep.
You know, at some point it's gonna happen.
Oh, it's inevitable. I'm just surprised it's taking that, and I'm not
Me too.
I hope it never gets to that point. But I'm just surprised it hadn't happened because we've seen it happen in other communities,
Yep.
and it shouldn't get that way. But what it is that, again, YouTube gives you the platform to voice your opinion, and anybody can be anything and say whatever they feel on here, because you'd be surprised how many people feel secure in the safety of being behind a monitor, behind an avatar and a keyboard. But what they tend to forget is that there's a real world outside, and it might not have happened all this time, but there might be that one day where somebody decides to approach you. Who knows what's going on in their life, and they hit that peak where they've said enough is enough. And they want to make an example. We see it all the time. These kids going to schools and they do all of this stuff. Why? Because they've come to the realization that their life is over. So they say, well, at least I'll be talked about when I'm gone. Let me go do something really, really destructive and despicable so that it's talked about. And it eventually will happen. But it also needs to happen because it's far too much invested with these people that run their mouth and they hide behind avatars. Like, I never had an issue with it before, and we're using avatars now, but most of us, our faces are out here. But you have these ones, and I always go back to Chicago. Chicago Muscle was a prime example of why you cannot put too much faith in these cowards. And I will say it again, and I will never change. These cowards that stay behind avatars. They talk about people. They make their lives to be this. They're so much better than everybody, but yet they don't even have the nuts. They don't. Primo, that's right. When Primo's showing up, that's right. We see your face, my brother. We've done this before. There are some that have shown them, but the majority of ones that don't, and that's their thing, and they want to protect that anonymity. I don't, and I'll say it, and I'll say it again. When it comes to coward content creators who live behind avatars that run their mouth and talk about other people's lifestyles, I don't care if you get doxxed. I have more respect for somebody who's going to show their face, who's going to be vocal, instead of hiding behind an avatar. Why are you hiding? It's because you're scared of something. So yeah, you have no legs to stand on when you run your mouth. And all these people that support these content creators that live behind these avatars, that talk all this junk, I have no sympathy for them. And I'll bring it over and over again. The maggot is a prime example of why you don't put too much faith in these coward content creators that live behind avatars and make up these stories.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. With that guy,
when the stories are made up, that's the bad part, bro. You know what I'm saying? They just off the mouth, bro. It's like us. They said we were bums. You know, we not working motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
We don't have jobs. We're on YouTube 24 hours a day and stuff like that. And it's like, no, I live in my own house. Am I rich? No, but I'm good. My job allows me the option that I can play on YouTube all day. I'm sorry if yours doesn't. Mine does. So you're gonna sacrifice. You're gonna fault me because I'm able to play on this bad boy. This is entertainment for me. I enjoy this. I enjoy interacting with the chat, mingling, busting balls. That's what we need a lot more of, the busting the balls and the busting the chops. You know, that's where it should have stood. You know, because we were doing that fun. Lefty does it. We go to Lefty's and we'll sit up there all fucking night, and people can say what they want about Lefty. Lefty's my guy. Well, I don't look at none of his faults. I deal with Lefty, and we have a good time, we laugh, we bust balls, we joke. The chat does it. Then that's fun. That's busting balls, you know.
Yeah, it's great when handstand comes on.
Oh, forget it. You have some
Oh,
characters that
bro.
you're gonna have fun, and that's the thing as well. If you're gonna be on YouTube, whether you're a subscriber or content creator, and you're gonna be vocal, and you're gonna be out there in chats, or you're gonna support a certain content creator, expect the backlash. It's gonna come. It comes with the territory, and if you're not rooting for it, if your skin's not thick, or you can't deal with it, it's simple. Don't go on YouTube. Do not. Just don't do it.
Yep. Where's Big Lou at, man?
We're doing the family thing.
Who's doing this thing? You know how that works.
Nice.
Primo, what's going on with you, brother?
Well, man, I made a mistake. I volunteered with the VA to do people's taxes. Figuring a few to do, and I got waylaid.
Oh shit!
You gotta put a cap on it, Primo.
Oh, dude, next time for sure. But you know, they sort of bullshit me into saying, yeah, there's not a whole lot going on. And the first week, I got like 200.
Oh my god!
Which is like a full-time fucking job. So,
of course.
So I told him, I said, you better give me some help, man. You know, so I'm sort of just weeding through it, you know, slowly.
Good job, good man.
Yeah, I do a lot. I do a lot of volunteering with the veterans.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
It must be crazy to come from that windy city and to move to California and deal with those winds now as well.
Carlos, fucking Chicago's 20 degrees warmer.
Holy, oh my God. You believe this?
Carlos, it's freezing balls out here, bro.
California got snow.
It snowed here in LA right here. I want to say Friday or Saturday. I haven't seen it since I was a little kid. I walked out and my whole fucking pool, the deck, everything was just filled with ice, bro. It was freezing.
Bro, the weather, the patterns of the weather are changing drastically.
Big time.
Drastically. Did you get to see the video I put up with what I do?
No.
You didn't see
We're on your community?
I'm gonna put the video up real quick, Carlos. So give me a sec. It's about a minute long. This is what I do for a living. So just take a look.
Oh yeah. Insurance.
Look at this.
That's what's going on over here right now. Nelson trees, all that shit's happening, bro.
But nah, this is what it looks
like. No, not like that, but that's nasty.
And we over here fighting over drama on YouTube, and people in real life are experiencing situations like that.
And that's the thing, bro. People don't.
That'll ruin your day.
Yo, out of all this stuff, bro, there's only one part here that got me.
Wow.
And just to let you know, everybody that was in them houses survived.
Thank God.
That
oh my God, that's a baby seat?
Yeah, that's a baby cart, bro.
Wow.
So that right there, bro, that got me. I was like, oh wait, hell nah. Look at this. Look at the bedroom, bro.
What was that? A storm?
This is a tornado. We had a tornado out there. And it was hitting like fucking 5 tornadoes touched down at the same time.
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
But people worry about YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. You know, I mean, the shit I've seen, bro, and the people I've spoken to, that I had a dude that got caught, bro, with his truck The damn thing picked his shit up and just threw it, bro. The dude did like 360, maybe about 5 times.
Wow.
You know, but it's sad, bro. That's like I said, there's real life out there. Not everything is YouTube.
Yeah.
Fucking fact.
You gotta
Nelson, you like doing that work?
You know what? When I started doing it, I was enjoying it because I was on the island. But I was seeing things that weren't like that. You know what I'm saying? I was seeing like cracks in foundations, you know, stuff like that.
Mhm.
I seen this, bro. I was like, what the hell am I in, a war zone? As a matter of fact, I called my brother and told him,
Yeah, you did.
bro, this is like apocalypse, bro. It was like unreal.
Hey man, I don't know if I'm fucking crazy, bro, but like I know we were just talking. Think like this, man. You know, I know the chemtrail shit, and they do have the abilities to play with the weather and change with the weather, and they could drop salts in the air and fucking make it rain, right? You just said it a minute ago. The weather patterns have changed so much, bro. Complete 360 from when I was a kid. Every fucking year, you got the same thing, right? It was you might have little variances here and there, but it was always going to be the same. You knew now. Bro, the whole summer's fucking cold. It starts getting warm in September. You know, the weather is fucking weird. It's never this cold. It's never. Bro, I grew up. I'm an LA boy. I've never seen weather like I have in the last 3, 4, 5 years. It's fucking awkward. The summers aren't hot anymore. Usually the winters, there's no rain. It's just strange, man. You know, so it really makes you start to think like, you know, what the fuck is going on? What's really happening here?
Serious business, Mark.
Yep.
When I got here, we were setting record highs, like 110, 115 degrees.
Right.
Every day. I'm like, how do these fucking people live like this?
And listen, you're only 4 hours away from me.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not that far. It's never gonna very rare will it touch 100 down here. Maybe once a year, twice a year, but it'll get up in the 90s. We were having that shit down here too. 103, 105. Yo, bro, that's desert fucking heat, man. That's not. I'm on the beach, man. That you'll get that hot right here. Never. And then how cold it is right now. Listen, man. I'm telling you. I grew up here. I've never seen weather like I have, especially this year. Look at this fucking rainbow out here. It's beautiful. But yeah, you know, what's going on? What's really happening here?
Yeah, they definitely need the rain. I'm glad it's raining. But
oh, me too. Me too.
Yeah, this 30, 40 degree stuff, I was, you know, just not expecting. I've been here long enough now that my blood's already thinned out. And it's not, you know, I'm like one of these old fuckers, you know, complaining about the weather.
Yeah. So what do you the differences with over here in Chicago? You like it? You don't like it? You want to go back?
I tell everybody, you know, it reminds me a little bit of Chicago. You know, you got the airport and the railroad, you know, the tracks and everything. So I'm used to that. But I always tell people, you know, Fresno's a stealing town and Chicago's a murdering town.
Yeah, Fresno, you got the Bulldogs up there. You know all about the gangs and shit.
You know what? I've been here since 2015, and I have not seen any Bulldogs. I don't know if they don't have, you know, if they don't wear colors or, but you know, I just haven't.
But you know about them.
You know, I know they're a gang. Yeah, right. I just heard they're serious gang.
Well, that's good. You haven't seen none of that shit.
Yeah, you know, and I try, you know, I'm around town all the time. I just haven't, I don't know where they hang out. You know, I've seen more Hells Angels than I have Bulldogs. Yeah,
the Hells Angels are thick, man, these days. They're everywhere. I was tripping out because I was talking to because I got a lot of biker friends, right? And I was talking to a dude who happened to be from Pennsylvania. And it's not that guy. I don't talk to those guys, but just a friend of mine, right? He was from LA and he moved out there about 10 years ago. I was talking to him and he was talking about bikers and if I still talk to so-and-so and something. Yeah, he goes, what's going on, man? I go, nah. I go, you know, there's just a different generation of bikers now, bro. Bikers now, they're all wearing skinny jeans and Vans and full face helmets. Yeah, there's just a different generation, man. It's funny. You know, it's not when you think of a biker in your head, you don't picture that, but that's what it is now. And they're not for games, bro.
Yeah. No, I grew up where I grew up. There was a Hell's Henchman clubhouse you know, like a block away from where I lived. You know,
Mhm.
we used to, as kids, you know, kind of break into their clubhouse, and a couple of times we got caught, you know, and we wound up being friendly with them growing up. So,
Oh shit! Talking about bulldogs.
oh,
Gotta
There
be.
Yeah,
he is.
I had to come. I had to come in when I heard that.
What up, dog?
Hey, what's happening? You know, you don't see them because the colors, because they got the gang junction down there.
Yup.
Chief Jerry Dyer, the ex police chief, and yeah, if they see him wearing red and shit, they snatch him up, throw him in jail.
yeah,
That Johnson's no joke.
it doesn't help
Yep.
that the college's mascot's a bulldog either. I figured, you know, I'd be seeing all bulldog. Nobody.
That's where that's where they adopted it from. That
Right.
Yeah, you
But,
can't even be if you're a validated gang member, you can't even be with another gang member over here where I'm at, where we're at. You're going to fucking prison. That's a no.
Anyway, yeah, any as a condition of your parole.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't be around another. Same way they do it with the Italian cats, you know, known felons and all that shit, whatever they call undesirables or whatever the word they use.
Street
Yeah,
terrorist.
they'll violate you. Yep, no doubt. But yeah, it's a trip, man. Those gang junctions.
Agnostic. Who's Chicago Mary?
The maggot.
Oh yeah. You know, that's when I knew he was full of shit when he talked about being a Hell's Angel in 1988, and in Chicago the Hell's Angels didn't even get there until '94.
Wow.
Yeah, see.
Shout out to Primo, because me and Primo talked with my brothers a while ago, a very long time ago, and he said, "No, this is not right." He goes, "I don't get involved in this stuff, but it's not right." He goes, "There's somebody from there, I don't buy it," and there's been a few who called it out a very long time ago.
Out the gate.
That situation with that guy.
Well,
And then Primo did too. In one of that dude's videos, Primo dropped a comment in there and said, "Hey, why don't you just end this shit now? Why don't you just show what you are without, you don't have to show your name." You know what I mean? And he didn't touch that comment. Obviously, he didn't heart it. He didn't respond to it. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny is, and I'm pretty sure Primo remembers when we were gonna do the what was it? We were gonna do a show and dedicate it to the soldiers.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah.
Primo knows, man. Primo sent me some pictures. I was gonna put it up. Had a couple of people, and I asked him for, you know, at least a picture, even when he was younger, whatever. You couldn't tell, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And I got to think about it. And then it was, he was setting me up. He wanted to dox me. Okay.
Check it out, bro. As soon as he started going at you guys too, but out the gate, I knew he was a bullshitter. You could just tell, man. You could smell it. You know what I mean? Like Lou, you guys know, bro. You guys are all street dudes. You know, you could, bro. I gotta smell that on you, bro. I can tell by the way you talk. I can just sense it. It's a sixth sense. You guys know what I'm talking about. But he started going at you guys because, you know why? Because he knew that you guys knew that he was fucking full of shit. And he just had to have that distance, that gap. You know what I mean? Because he didn't want to be pressured and called out. At some point, when you're talking to motherfuckers and you're friendly with people, at some point, bro, you're going to have to expose what you are, or you're going to be exposed. And he didn't want that. He didn't want that smoke. And he knew it was going to happen. And he knew it was just a matter of time. And so he went that route with it.
And then he told somebody too, "Don't ever bring those guys on the screen with us." Don't ever.
Because he knew what was going on.
Fucking straight cold water today, man.
What we would do, me and my brothers, we would have what we call private streams. It would be the same way all of us are up here on the screen, and we would conversate with each other. We've done this with countless other content creators that we're not going to mention their names. The chat, it's a private stream. There's no chat, but we can interact with each other. We try to get him to come on one with us. and he wouldn't come from behind the avatar. And our thing was real simple. Like, we've shown who we are. We're talking to you. If you can't feel comfortable enough for you to come from behind your avatar while we're having a private stream where it's not going to go anywhere, that was red flags from the rip. And as my brother Nelson said, when he wanted to do the special on the soldiers, if you're this Purple Heart recipient, you gotta, and if you did that, you have how many countless people who have served have photos of military service.
Every single one of them.
Exactly.
And you know that's the
They're proud of it. They're very proudful people. Did you serve the country? You're going to be proud and have those. It's just that.
You know
simple.
what else you're proud of? You know what else you're proud of? 19-inch arms.
No. You kidding me? No. He's no. This is my little saying, right? He's as tall as Blackjack Mulligan, and he got pythons like the Hulkster. You know what I mean? Get the fuck
My boy,
out
when
of
you
here.
got 19-inch fucking guns, it's very easy to flex. You know, he's just, we all knew. Go, you were saying,
Yeah, no.
Carlo?
He said he had 27-inch arms.
Oh, excuse me. That's crazy.
I was just
Yeah, because he's 6'8". You got to match the height.
Yeah, like Blackjack Mulligan. Yeah. Oh shit, man! Fucking.
basically saying it goes to show you, because it's a red flag across the board. When my brother was doing the special, he said, send me some pictures of you. Your father was a POW that killed 300 people. Send me some pictures of him. We'll celebrate.
In one night.
And he couldn't do it. And he couldn't do it because it was non-existent, and we actually distanced ourselves from him. We weren't supporting him, and we weren't even giving him light. We weren't paying him no mind. But we did a show, and he chose to ask us some questions, and me and my brothers always truthfully answer. And the questions weren't what he wanted to hear or what a few others in the chat wanted to hear. And when he threatened us through the email and threatened us through Twitter, that was when we had enough.
That was it. That was it.
Hey, you know what else? You know what else is a dead giveaway, and most people probably didn't even catch on to it. When an ex Hell's Angel and a Marine, a Purple Heart recipient, when they surround themselves, their two best friends is Deadly and Mike Slick. That's a dead giveaway, bro. Oh, real one gonna fucking post up with those two clowns? Come on, man.
Listen, bro. I remember when I got that text message about, yo, did the maggot guy threaten you and say he was going to your house to kick your ass? I was like, huh? The fuck is that?
Oh, fuck. That's funny.
That's fucking hilarious.
Jesus.
And then he made that video calling me every B in the word, and then he said, what am I supposed to do? Pull up to California?
Hey, it was almost
exactly.
as funny as when iLight was coming to Cali, the Northern Cali. Almost as funny as that. Oh my God, that dude's a gift that keeps on giving.
Wow.
He was in my brother. See, my brother Nelson doesn't get that much credit for those intros, but we put him in there. We put a few people in the intro. If you ever watched the intro,
yeah, man.
My brother's real good at the subliminals. You know what it is.
I caught on to that shit immediately because I had it on. I had you guys on the 80-inch, right? I never noticed it on the phone. I caught on to it right now. I was watching and I was laughing to myself because I knew what was happening right there.
It's because
Mad props.
YouTube characters. Here's a guy who came into the community lying, and that's the thing. When you get somebody that comes into the community with a flat out lie, one as big as that one, and then downplays it, it's hard to pretty much believe everything else after the fact, But he's another one that's proved himself to be no different than the maggot, and there are a few others. But see what it is now is that they use them to push their agenda, their platforms. Yep. This is why they want to keep these. And I don't have issues with trolling. There's a lot of trolls. There's different aspects to trolls, but I'm not gonna fucking bring energy or put faith in a content creator that's basically a troll. But that's what they want to do. They use them. You got these guys coming from community with these stories, and it's bogus. At the end of the day, know what you are. You're a character. You're a YouTube character. I don't believe anything you're saying because you.
Well, there's a difference between a troll right? The troll's gonna come out and say, "Yo, I'm a fucking troll. I'm trolling you." You know, there's a big difference between that and somebody who's saying, "Yo, this is what I am. I'm this. I'm that." And there's a lot of that going on right now. And once you tell a lie, if you tell the truth, you don't ever have to worry about being caught in a lie, right? Okay.
Exactly.
Well, when you're lying, when you get caught in a lie, look at Sammy the Bull. That dude's lost all credibility. He's been caught in so much bullshit now, and that goes for everybody. As soon as you lose that credibility, you tell a lie and you're caught in that lie for no reason, it's over, bro. It's a wrap for you. Nobody could ever believe anything you say again. And that's how it is in my books.
100%.
Exactly.
That's the way it is, man. That's the way
Hold
it
on,
is.
woman. Let me answer this. Who you talking about? Come on. See, that's the thing. It's real simple, Sean. You just got to think about it. Use your brain. How many content creators you know that you happen to be friends with that are avatars that you have actually seen their face? I mean, it probably you need two hands to count them. They're out there. There's a few. It's just that simple. You know, you just got to look at it that way. You know, and these are people who are content creators who love to bounce into chat, who love to talk about, do videos on people and stuff like that. But yet they're characters. They're behind an avatar. I'm not arguing with an avatar anymore, especially if you're a content creator. I was in stand-ups last night and I had one going at me. I'm not even going to give him the energy. He knows exactly who he is. And I basically told him, I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with what you got to say. I don't care that you don't like me. Well, your opinion doesn't matter. You know why? You're no different than the maggot. You know, they want to use this. Oh, you just want me to dox myself. It would be nice because then I could say, okay, I see a position where you can stand from by you running your mouth. But if you're behind an avatar and you want to use the excuses, I don't want to get swatted, I don't want my family attacked and stuff like that, it's a form of fear. It's a form of cowardice. So no matter how small or big it is. So if you haven't come from behind your avatar, stop making fun of people's looks, people's lifestyle choices, their friends, because nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows who you are. It's no different than when me and my brothers a while ago and people, you know, always asked us, what was it that made us stop being part of a certain movement? We always had an issue and we would address it with the content, the owner of that channel. We said, we don't have, our issue is that we can be vetted. My brother Lou could be vetted. My brother Nelson could be vetted. I could be vetted. It's not hard for us. We're out there. We know the consequences. We know we can be attacked, but we could be vetted. I was like, I find it hard to ride along some people that I don't know who the hell they are. We could be over here screaming, we hate this and we hate that. And that person that's behind that avatar might be that exact person that we hate. That was our issue with it. And we see this all the time. And again, to bring the maggot up, we'll make him a topic. He's the prime example. Here's a guy who came out here saying he had a Purple Heart. He was an outlaw. He was a convict. He's for integrity. He's for this. He's for that. He's this and he's that. He put bones out on everybody. Me and my brothers were known as the guys who doxed him. We did this. We did that. No receipts, nothing. And what happened? All these people put faith in him. And it wasn't until he decided to turn on a few people that all of a sudden light bulbs click in the head and it was all, he swagged us. Watch them. They're all around doing the victim tour. Oh, you know, he got me real good. And no, you knew what this was. You chose to overlook it. It's no different than these content creators still behind avatars that you people treat as normal people. Take their word for it when they say certain things. Why if they're so special and so dead set on this and that they don't have the balls to show their face and let you know who they are, because they are none of what they portray themselves to be.
Yep. Not to mention that when I went over to that channel and called them out, same thing. It goes along the same lines. They don't got they stand for shit. You know what I mean? They stand for shit.
No, they love their anonymity behind that avatar, because right now, all the constant stuff they talk, you know, half these guys are probably fat. You know, I go on camera, you know, my grill's messed up, but I'm secure on my own skin. Well, I put my face up there. But these guys don't. They want to portray themselves to be like they wear this, wear that, using voice changers and all this other. Come on, man. If all that's entertainment, that's fine. But if you're going to go at people and say things like that, you ain't got no legs to stand on. Come off that
exactly.
avatar. We do it all the time.
Yep.
It's like when we get certain
Yep.
trolls that want to talk about us. I'll say, yeah, don't block them, leave them right there. Jump up and get on a live and show me your face and voice your opinions. Look at my eyes when you talk to me. Do that, but they won't do it because it's all fraudulent. And these people back them up. Oh, it's okay. We don't have to see their face, or they'll use the excuse. Well, if I had a face like that, that's what the avatars are created for. At the end of the day, that's an excuse. You see my teeth.
What's that other one?
Teeth. Show me yours.
What's that other one? Oh, take it up with that YouTube if you don't like it. Come on, man.
Policy says we don't have to show our face. I just thought it was one of the best ones ever when somebody was going to have a coming out party and show an avatar. And I'm in the chat and I'm looking at everybody scream. You could have thought somebody was about to jump off a building. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Wow.
Don't dox yourself. Do not give them what they want. Don't dox yourself. Like stop. And the person said, yeah, I'm going to do what everybody says. I'm not going to say. There was no intentions of you to show your face, you cowards. It was just you went over there with that. Don't do it. Why? Because you want to push the narrative. And now I'm calling out bullshit because at the end of the day, I refrained from a lot of stuff. I stood quiet on a lot of things. Not anymore. It's balls and strikes. And I still haven't dropped enough names because I want to see how the week goes. But guess what, people? It's real simple. And this is whether you're a guy or you're a woman. You're going to keep my name in your mouth. You're going to get the same energy. So if you choose to spin the narrative like, you see, we always told you he disrespects women. No, I disrespect you. If you're going to have your name in my mouth or my brother's name, and you're going to go spread this and spread that, I'm going to speak on it. Those who like it, like it. Those who don't, I could care less. Because at the end of the day, my voice will not be silent. I will never back down to anyone on YouTube, anyone, anybody. It's just that simple. It'll never happen. Never happen.
Yep.
The only time it'll happen is when there's a plate of lechon or hokong andule. Shit.
Oh, man. I broke bread with my brother, and I came home with 2 of those plates. And forget about it. That food was amazing. Oh my God.
So we gotta hit Lou up with the we gonna try to do something to meet up in Florida.
A pull up. A pull up for real.
Pull up in Florida.
Yes.
Trying to see. Let me see them. I got pictures of them. You sent me the pictures. Remember? I got some pictures of them. But I got something gonna be landing on Monday night.
I knew it. Oh, there you go.
It's coming from another state.
Oh, okay.
La fiebre, that fever.
Yeah.
I know you got that fever.
So he's her cousin. He's her grandpa. He's the great grandson to the grandpa of Daisy's grandpa. So they're related, but very loosely. That's the only relation. There's no other dogs is like related. So it's like doubling up on that horchata blood, basically.
Nice.
Champ. His name's Champ.
Hey, gentlemen, I'm going to have to hop right now. I just want to say it's good to see you guys. Flyzone is back. It's like my alma mater almost.
You know we love you, Primo. You was our first sponsor here, and
first guest.
The love, it'll never change. It'll never change. The respect level and everything is because we know who you are, and you know who we are, and that will never change no matter where you go, who you choose to support, whose channel you in. That'll never change because you've been consistent and you've spoken up for us when a lot of people sat silent, and we don't never forget that.
That's right.
Yep. That's the honest God truth. My little tank. Yep. Much love, Primo.
All right, Primo.
You bet. You guys have a great night. And Lou,
you too, buddy.
Whatever you want to talk,
Yeah. That message, you got it. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna holler at you tomorrow.
Stay off those roads, Primo.
You betcha. Sounds good.
Later, buddy.
Yep. All right. Have a good night.
Beck,
damn, it's cold over here.
Interview Tony Pizza.
That's Beck Booker, my
Oh
brother.
shit.
Nah, you would never ever see pizza up on this screen. Never. That won't happen. That'll never happen. Shout out to the Cyanide Tony Pizza and his crazy ways.
Shout out to stand-up guy.
Shout out to stand-up guy, for real. Shout out to Tony Silva. Oh, you know what? I want to do this now. I want to shout out to my brother Joe McNougal and his queen Tania Moonstar. You know, mad respect for my brother. Eventually, my brother is gonna come on and he's gonna address some things. But yeah, there's a lot of hidden soldiers that just had to take a break from all this craziness that's YouTube, you know. And it's a shame when you get thrown on the bus by people you grew up with for fucking YouTube avatar created characters. It really is.
Yep. Yeah. He's been tapped in with me on the IG. So I've been seeing him on there. But
Tony,
somebody
I hope you subscribe, bro. Just like
Tony Recall Pizza.
Nobody got more avatars than that man. I mean, there's pizza, everything from Yoda to
Which one's the best though, Carlos?
Oh, the one
the
guy
white dog.
Forget it. The white dog. Well, yeah, that one was probably one of the most ingenious ones.
I ain't seen it.
Oh yeah. I seen it. Yeah.
Joey Melrose.
The ostrich. What was it? An ostrich? After there was an ostrich too. No.
Oh, that was he went through an ostrich. He had the Hawking's avatar. He's had so many fantastic ones. Fonzie avatar. We had Fonzie pizza. We had Captain Cornflakes pizza. It was just
that guy's great, man. That guy's fucking great.
I haven't seen any of those. I haven't seen any of those.
You got to see those.
Even if they're making fun of me, you have to have a little bit of wit when you troll. That's not again, and it's not to shit on the troll game, because you know what? One of my favorite trolls that I loved was my man Bo for the Spooky Ghost. Yep. It's just there's levels to it, but if again, it's a whole different level. Yeah, there you go. There it goes.
There it is.
Magnificent. That is magnificent.
Leon.
What's up, Wise Guy TV?
Oh,
we appreciate it.
Hey, you know why I said that? Because I knew dude was listening. I knew it was a matter of seconds before he was gonna pop up.
He's got a catalog of some of the most amazing avatars, and they're real witty with it. And that was the thing, and you can sit there and laugh at it. Like I told you, the one they had on me, Toothless Records was I thought was like one of the best ones they ever did on me, with the record label emblem and me screaming when you saw that I have no top row. That was ingenious, you know. That one was still one of the funny ones that you can't. Well, you got to be able to laugh at yourself and quit being so goddamn sensitive when it comes to shit like that. It's comedy, you know.
He hasn't took the dog to the vet yet. I took my dog when I got her. I had her in the vet like the second day, because it was a weekend when I got her. So the first Monday I had her down there getting her rabies shot. I got her license and tags, taking care of business. You know what I'm
saying? But see, that's the thing as far as that too, you know, and I understand people's how they feel about, you know, Leon. But at the end of the day, there's not much you can do when you look at the source. No. Leon is number 2. There was once Banjo, and people tend to forget about Banjo. You know, some people shouldn't have animals, and he is one. But Leon is just an extension of his grift, you know, and the grift is strong in that one. Whether you like him or not, the grift is strong.
Before with Leon, there was like, 6 puppies, weren't there?
Yeah,
my God.
But he kept Leon, and Leon is the one that suffered while all the other ones had homes. Leon was the one getting abused. Leon was the one living in a car and going through that. I mean, that was Banjo. Now Leon experiencing the same thing.
He was smacking. Wasn't he smacking him and grabbing him by the neck and all that shit on camera?
Only on camera. Yeah, but you don't know when the camera went off, bro. Holy shit.
But we now know, and it's a fact, it's not a lie, it's not a rumor, it's not a nothing. Banjo's voice box was wrecked. His voice box was wrecked. and nobody tends to talk about that. You don't wreck somebody's voice, a dog, an animal's voice box, and that's
That's
what
what
was done.
choking it.
Oh, is that what he did it with, or he had that collar, that
I
zap
don't
collar or
know.
whatever?
I don't
We
know.
don't, we don't know exactly what and how which aspect it got broken. It could have been choked.
Uh-huh.
You know, you're not dealing with somebody
Yeah.
that's mentally stable. You know, or it
Right.
could be something like we've heard stories that the nozzle, the whole mouth was taped for the barking and stuff like that. I don't know
Oh
Man,
shit!
if
I
that
heard
is
that.
the case, but what I do
Wow.
know is that his voice box was ruined. Hopefully
And
he's
what
better
happened?
now.
What happened to him?
He's
Did
in
he
a
give him
home
away?
now.
He
He's
gave
in
him
a
Someone
away?
snatched him.
Oh, okay.
He's
Okay.
in a home and he's
Hmm.
doing better. You know, he dropped the dude. He dropped. I supposedly dropped Banjo off to Duke could watch him for a little while. Dude chose to never give him back after he seen the condition the dog was in. Said no,
Yep.
I'm not. We're not doing that. You're not gonna. I'm not. In good faith. I'm no way. I'm gonna let this dog go back to you. Let him stay here with his brother,
That's right.
and then that's it.
That's right.
You know, the crazy thing is
That's right.
too is the dude's homeless, bro. He's got all the fucking time in the world. He doesn't have a job. He has zero responsibilities other than that dog. Bro. You know how easy it is to train a puppy. I mean, at least just to sit down, no, stop, come here, the basics. And that's all
Mhm.
you really need. For something like that, you're not doing much else. So a few months training the dog, that dog will be, easily trained, man. There's no reason to be
Yeah.
smacking a puppy around like that.
Yeah.
Especially, when
Yeah.
you're, like I said, you're homeless, you got no responsibility. You should be spending a lot of time with that dog, working with them, and it's very easy to do. Grab a handful of dog food, there you go.
Hmm. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't vibe with that kind of shit.
But you also got to look at it at this aspect. This is a guy who's been on the streets for 30 years. You can't expect him to know everything there is when it comes
Yep.
to the dog. Now, Grant, but here's also the thing as well. Here's a guy saying the dog, this puppy should know that I'm on live and not to disturb me.
Oh.
What
Yeah,
kind of
stupid.
Oh, wow.
mental fucking defect you have in your brain to automatically assume that this dog is like a person supposed to automatically know that you're on a live, not to bother you? But it goes to show you when you look at the source at the end of the day. And I'm not gonna make this all about Tony Pizza. Tony Pizza has shown everybody to be exactly who he is. So but that you have that, and it's
Well, it's kind of like when he expects the baristas at Starbucks to know that it's a fucking troll on the phone. Hey, they're fucking trolls. Hey, bro, these people don't know what the fuck you're doing. I'm on a live. Don't talk to me. Bro, these people are trying to communicate with you and help you, and you're talking about trolls and don't talk to me. I'm on a live, and they're calling this guy's fucking out there, bro. He's got no business owning a dog.
Nope.
Oh shit, we
Nope.
got the YouTube killer. Fonzie's here.
yeah, they're all coming out.
Jokes
Oh shit, there's Fonzie. Oh shit.
down.
Yeah,
Oh,
man,
we
it
got
bothers
Zio.
when your
Let's
dog on there.
go.
Yeah,
Okay.
the conversation bothers. And Zio Lester, you can hang out here, but I'm not gonna go at you because what I was saying and I was referencing.
Oh, that's Zio Lesbo. That's Zio
Oh
Lesbo.
my God!
I know it got me too. It got me
I
too.
thought
I
it
see
was
Zio
Zio
and I
Lesbo.
and I and I, dev, I double look like this motherfucker got some nerve, and then I said, "Oh."
And I'll say this, being that I was about to mention it. My thing is to Zio Lester, this is Maddie, and you guys want to talk about me, you go right ahead. You can do that. I'm not gonna go back and forth. You're the reason why I'm bringing this light to attention. At the end of the day, you are behind an avatar. I'm not going to sit there and argue with an avatar. Your words, your thoughts, your meanings, anything you have to say, regardless on any stances, they are irrelevant to me. You know when they become relevant to me? When you can sit up on a live, show your face, look a man in the eye, and talk that shit that you do. Until you're able to do that, do just like this, I'm not going to dox myself for you and all the other bullshit that y'all say, this is where I'm at. I'm just gonna look at you like an ordinary troll. Is basically what you are. You should embrace it. You're not a person. You become a person when you do this, and you come from behind this cowardly thing of hiding behind an avatar. So go ahead and make your videos, talk. I'm done. I'm done giving energy to avatars. I truly am. When you show me
Yeah.
testicular fortitude, then I can respect anything else you got to say after that.
Mhm.
Oh my God,
Straight up.
bro. This is hilarious.
Yep.
Boy, freaking dragon.
No doubt. Yep.
What's up, Big Lou?
Even in the shit, just watching
Wait a minute, hold
some. I tripped out on these little kids that came. They see they were walking their little dog, and they seen her, and they immediately turned around. And the whole time they're walking, they're looking back, and I don't have her on the leash, but she's right next to me. She don't leave my side, you know, like that. If she sees a dog or a strange person, she gets right by me, and like gets in position, like protecting position. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Be careful.
yeah.
I
No,
seen the
she
video
ain't
you
mean.
posted
She's not mean
earlier.
at all. She's not mean at all.
No. I
she's
mean,
good. Yeah.
I used to walk my female off the leash, right? And
Yeah.
I was walking down not even a main street, a side street, and I had her and my boy off the leash. And my female Sadie, she darted into the street, bro. And right around the corner came a big lifted fucking Chevy 2500, and it ran her over. It ran her over, spit her up into the wheel well, and shot her out.
Yeah.
And she got up and came running over, and she was fine, right? But 2 days later, you know, she was limp. She had a fractured leg, bro. So I, just that you just still got to. I'm just saying, you know, just looking out.
Yeah,
That's what happened to my female.
No, I'm at the, like when I go to the park, I'll take her off the leash. If I walk her, no, I keep her on the leash.
Oh, okay.
Because I just don't want no, you know what I mean? I walk her on the leash all the way here, and then I'll take her off. And even sometimes I'll keep her on right here too. Because I'm at City Hall. We come right here to City Hall. It's right between the police department and the old police department. You know what I mean? But
I want to touch on something right now, and I can actually speak from experience. I don't know what you guys are all going back and forth about, but I know for a fact I've seen Dragon Reborn on the live. I know how Dragon looks. I've seen Beck Brooklyn on the live. I know how Beck Brooklyn looks. I've seen Roscoe on the live. I know how Roscoe looks. There's a few here who at some point or another have shown themselves, you know, have been on camera. And that was my thing. I could respect it. I would never, ever say anything to Dragon about that because I tend to respect somebody that likes to have their anonymity, go from channels and bust balls and have a good time, but have shown their face. They've been on, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, you guys know what I look like. I've sent you guys pictures.
So,
absolutely.
Carlos, what was stand-ups? What was stand-ups back up?
Content creators that me and my brother have known. Me and my brother have had personal streams with subscribers that chose to not, you know, put themselves out there for the shows or the chat, but have had conversations with us, you know? Yeah. Shout out to my man, Mikey. I got
Mikey. What's up, Mikey?
Hey, what up? Hey, that's dude, huh? Carlos?
Mikey,
that's
Yeah, awesome individual, a good dude, a serious dude, you know, and he's been consistent in who he is. And I always, it's a word that's not used a lot and it's not thought about. The consistency. Be consistent, man. If you feel a certain way, you know, just be consistent. Stick to who you are, and don't fluctuate. Do not change. Do not add stuff to your history, and you got to respect that. You're right, Jesse Ruff. I got like 6-7 shots. I tell you, all your pictures stay right under my pillow.
Hey, is that the Mikey guy that used to go at fuck with Tony Pizza?
Back in the days, he got that was recreation. He don't do none of that no more. He's more focused on the chats, conversating, putting up music, putting up channel.
Good music too. Good fucking music too. From a bunch of different genres. Well, he puts our shit, our old school salsa shit. He loves salsa, the old school shit though, the gangster shit from the 70s. And then he puts all kinds of different genres, like cool shit though, you know, 80s shit, freestyle, classic rock, you know, 80s classic rock. I think I've even heard him put some soul, like some R&B from the, you know, late R&B shit, funk era. You know what I mean? All the shit we grew up on.
That's Mikey the Silverback. Baby Shark. Mikey the Silverback. That's another thing.
Baby Shark, Montana.
Me and my brothers know how Mikey looks. And he's one of those good guy and all that stuff. But you know, you meet people in your life that you know you damn well know if somebody's gonna go make that mistake and step in front of that person, I hope they figured everything out and what they had to fix in their life, because yeah, you don't want to stand in front of that man and bring any negative energy. It's not
Yeah,
going to work
Mikey
out.
gonna push your wig back.
Yeah, it's not going to work out the way it should. That's not saying that, to make him seem like that, but yeah, there's some that you just need to leave be in those situations. And he don't pay no mind to that shit, because those everything at the end of the day is all words, But a
Yeah.
good guy nonetheless.
Yo, the man got a fan. I don't need to say no more.
Mike, we already know who you are, my brother. You don't have to worry about showing your face to anybody. You've been good. You don't go at people anymore like that, and none of that nonsense. And you're a good dude. And he's funny as fucking hell. I love his stuff. And he did a video last night talking about the stand up thing, and he made a valid point. Sometimes you can't risk the good stuff over one person that's actually really, really not worth nothing, not even worth one video, let alone a whole channel. And
That's what I thought he was joking, man. I thought it was a joke at first when he went on and started. I thought he was fucking around because what was going on throughout the day.
Mhm.
And I was like, when I realized it was serious, I go, oh, dude, she baited him right into that. You know what I mean? And he went for it. But lesson learned.
Yeah, but you got it. I understand his point to an extent. Like, she was the night before. I mean, what 30, 40 messages? So exactly. And I spoke to him earlier in the day, and I didn't want to do it on that particular show. I didn't. I was like, just in case that aspect, in case you get a little wrapped up or you say something you might not want. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason. It's said. It's done. I just look. He'll hopefully move on from there. Open up another channel. It's like I told him. Open up another one. Use one to.
I'll be right back, baby.
Especially on YouTube. If you're a content creator, I suggest you get a second channel, because you never know if you build up this catalog and a library on a particular channel. And when we know with strikes and the way YouTube is going with, because YouTube takes away channels from certain people that you would never suspect. And meanwhile, there's some shouldn't deserve channels and they're still up. So you got to have that backup channel. Use one for this and one for that,
And then that, to me, striking somebody's channel, regardless of who you are, to me, that's some biatch shit, man. It's not bothering somebody to go back at them.
I made some comments the other day busting Cyanide Tony Pizza's balls about his channel, but even still, I didn't. I'm not okay with his stuff. Some will be okay. I'm not about be okay with somebody's channel taken down. I remember when the first happened to Joey Dimes and a few others. I wasn't okay with it. I'm not okay with it.
It's not okay. That's going right back down that road. That's some rat shit to do. It's just tattletailing, bro. Get at them in a different way, because you play. That's a dirty game. Two could do that. You know what I mean? And that you don't want to take it that place.
Become a level playing field with those things. So this is why I'm saying I don't do the outrage thing anymore about like even the doxing. We already know that it's become a level playing field with that. So I don't even touch on it anymore. We're way past that point to go back to the beginning. It's not going to happen. And the levels are just constantly increasing on the things being done. No.
Did you guys see that guy walking from the distance over there?
Yeah,
the camera.
She was watching.
She came right over in front of me and stat like that. Every time she sees a stranger or a fucking dog with a stranger, shoot, she comes right over here. That's the female protection thing. The boys don't do that shit as much. You know what I mean? But
she's doing her job.
But yeah, no doubt. But back what you're saying about that, right? That I mean, some of these cats were coming out straight on their channel and encouraging people to report people. You know what I mean? And then have the nerve to call people rats and shit. I mean, come on now. I mean, it's not like calling the law, but it's still a form of telling. I mean, you're trying to get somebody's livelihood, depending on where they're at with the channel, monetized or not, you're fucking with their money. It's a trip, man. I got blown away one day when I heard somebody doing that, and I was like, what the fuck? It's a trip.
When you first hear it, but then when you hear it for the second time, the third and the fourth, different. It becomes the norm.
Right.
And at the end of the day, man, everybody could agree to disagree. Look at right now, we had a little misunderstanding in the chat between a few people, and what happened? They resolved it, no problem, this and that, and I'll go back to laughing and busting balls, and that's what you can do. It happens, people, simple thing, simple miscommunication, but you talk about it. I've done it. I did it. I went at Tommy Lucchese on Stand Up Guy show last week because I felt some type of way. I let my own personal issues or what I was going through affect him, and I went at him in the chat, which wasn't right. And he basically told me, he said, you know what? He goes, you don't have no right to talk to me that way. You shouldn't have. I'm getting pissed. You shouldn't have, who are you to tell me this? And I thought about it. I was like, I'm looking at myself and I'm like, yeah, if somebody was to do the same thing to me, how I'm going to react. And I told him, you know what? You're absolutely right. You didn't deserve me to say that to you. You didn't deserve me to talk to you that way. You didn't deserve for me to link you in there. And I apologized to him. He was a man. He accepted my apologies and we moved on and we're good. But when we make mistakes as people, we can admit our faults and apologize and hope, because not everybody's going to accept your apology. That's the thing. You have some that won't accept the apology, but it's worth taking the shot. You might get that apology accepted and you can move on and leave it alone, and that's what we need more of.
Yeah, but that's what I consider growth right there as a man, you know what I'm saying? And to be able to admit it and then also to act on it is a big like for me, that's a big, huge turnaround. Like I would never do no shit like that in the past. You know what I mean? So it's growth and it's being a man. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, my brother.
You said it, brother.
You know what gets me out this whole shit? The people that come on here talking all that gangster bullshit, and then the next thing you know, they're talking about this got reported to the feds and this got reported to the fuck?
Now, the new one that's getting me. The new one that's getting me is the posting pictures of people with guns. Trying like a form of dry snitching. That's like, yo, what the fuck you doing, bro? Fucking dry snitching.
That's exactly what it is.
Fuck how you feel about the motherfucker.
Yep.
You're breaking the code right there, homie. Whether you're fucking in the streets or not, you said you were. You're breaking that fucking code. That's some big shit.
Exactly. It's just
crazy, man.
I mean, that just showed. That's how you know they weren't about that life, but they talk about it like they were. You know what I mean?
Well, Lou, that also shows that you could never trust that motherfucker ever.
Yeah, that too.
You could never trust that person. Whoever's doing that, you can't trust that person. That's fucking.
Yep. Exactly. It's that,
we said it when we started our thing that we wouldn't indulge in certain things like that. Is, for instance, the whole thing with the government cooperators. Honestly, being a year and a half into the genre, being one that I used to actually have people laughing at me in chats like, this guy gotta be a rat. Nobody can hate rats as much as this and that. And it was because I was being so vocal on it. Honestly, a year and a half into this, my stance will never change. But I do things differently now. I'm not gonna make them my best friends. You're not gonna have my number. You're not gonna call me and stuff like that. But with anybody, whether you're a government cooperating witness or you're just an ordinary Mo, I can look for some pluses in somebody and say it. Tony, Pizza, probably the most despicable individual on YouTube. Even me can give him credit. He's a funny motherfucker for certain things, but people will look at you like, no, but you can't do that. No, I can find a plus in anybody, and if it's there, I give it to them. I'm not okay with all the despicable lies and the stuff and the pictures and the stuff that he does, but I can say he's funny. Now, does him being funny make it okay for him to do all the stuff and say all the nasty things that he doesn't? No, but I can find a plus with him. For instance, I had somebody go at me the other day in Armchair NBA's chat because I said hi to Francisco Fertilino, me and Francisco are never going to be best friends. I'm not going to call him none of that. I won't probably be on the screen with him in a chat because it's my personal belief. It's not a narrative that I'm going like everybody else. This is just how I feel. But can I give him props for certain things? Yeah. He's one of the few that I feel actually it bothers him, that decision that he made, the same decision that I don't like, but that's his life. But I think he's a funny person. He makes me laugh. And if it means that me laughing at him or me saying hi to him in the chat goes against all my hating government cooperating witnesses, you go run with that if you want. I could care less. That's not what I'm doing. I'm giving them props, and I'll say hi to him. Whether it bothers people or not. Am I going to say hi to all of them? No, because there's only like 2 that I actually think are right. Now, I'm not going to make their best friend, but I think that they're all right. Am I cool with their decision? No, I'll never be cool with their decision. But I can understand or respect the fact that they're suffering. You know, some go to sleep every night with that decision in their head, and it kills them. And then some are a lot better with it than others. You know, it's just that simple.
And then some of them act like they're okay with what they did, but it really bothers them.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know?
The actions speak different.
Right. So it's
Man, listen, I tell you what, bro. Me personally, that's an upbringing that we had. You know what I mean? You do the crime, you do the time, you handle your business. But when it comes to these cats out here, I'm the same way. You know, I could see a dude come on a chat. He wants to talk. Yo, we in America, man, land of the free. You know what I'm saying? What they did, they did. Am I going to sit there, like Carlos said, and have conversations on the phone, break bread with them? Nah, we're not going to do that, you know, but that's my opinion and that's my feelings. That's the way I feel about it. Nobody else should have an issue. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has the right to their own opinion.
Yeah.
Here's a problem I see, bro. When you're doing things like regardless what it is, okay, you're posting pictures of another man. You could possibly put someone in fucking prison doing shit like that, right? Very easy to not do it. You're going out of your fucking way. You know what you're doing by doing that kind of shit, right? Here's the problem with that, fellas. When those things happen, the next person sees that because they got those types of ideas in their minds already, then that happens again and again and again, and then it becomes fucking normal, okay, to do shit like that. Now you got to be on your toes all the time, which is bullshit, okay? You shouldn't be having to worry about people having pictures of you and this, okay, and what they're going to do with those things. It becomes normal. That's why it's important for guys like you, me, Carlos, Nelson, to keep those values and morals and hold tight to that shit and be somebody that people will look up to, okay? Because that shit, posting pictures of people doing something, you know, a little sketchy, maybe they shouldn't be doing because of a situation they're in, regardless if they're a fucking rat or whoever they are, because next, it ain't gonna be
Your audio left, Marky.
Panisi got him.
With you guys, man. You guys hold your we're going to keep those morals.
Oh, they won't change. Like, listen, for instance, the situation that happened with the maggot. What happened with the maggot was we were at friends one time, and like I said, sometimes when you have alliances with people, you tend to overlook a lot of things because that emotional tie-in, that friendship tie-in, you know. So we were beefing. Everybody knew we were beefing with SoFlo. We were beefing with FBS. So what do we do? Like most people that are at war or beefing, you prepare. You get stuff. So he felt that he was threatened. So what did we do? We did simple Google search. We're not into all that docs and all that stuff. So we did Google searches to have what we consider ammunition. And we did, and we had files on certain people. So it was basically off of Google. We didn't use no goddamn search thing, online ID. We didn't do that. We used basic Google search to get a little bit of information that we had on 2 contacts, 3, and we handed it off. And we threw him a bone. It wasn't doxing because it was basically stuff that we pulled off of Google. He then used it. But what was the first thing that happened? When shit went south, he chose to throw us under the bus, and we owned it. And I even apologized to the people who we put it out there for and told them we personally won't do that. We don't get down like that. We just gave it to somebody because we weren't going to really use it, But we stopped all of that. I could care less now. It's just that simple. It's not even worth me going through all that stuff. Now, do I feel that some... Do what I have.
You see what you just said? You see what you just said? Oh, we gave him the bone, and what did he do? He pulled a rap move and fucking dropped it out there. Oh, I got it from the no Flyzone Regans.
Of course.
So
Look
they
at the
should have picked up
lies.
on that one.
Look all the lies he said. He said that we had doxed him. He said that we did this and we did that. And we've been accused of so much stuff in months. But you know what? Where's the receipts? It's nothing. Absolutely nothing. But
I've
you
never
come
seen. Oh, sorry.
and you come and you have a conversation just like we're doing now. And this is and Lefty saying, I told Lefty. Lefty has a way of adding humor to what he's saying. And me, sometimes I'll have an issue with it because I think when you add humor to it, you take away from the point. I like to get from point A to point B. Like, this is what this is what that is. If I'm talking about this person, I'm going to involve this person. I'm not going to have a topic on somebody and then start throwing 3 other people and then all lump them all together. No, you kill the message. Stick to the point you're trying to get across and push it. And that's where we at now. And I'll say this now. I do not care, honestly, how many content creators that are out here talking about others, doing stuff, making videos and responses, and you're behind the avatar. I could care less if you get doxxed. If you're scared of getting doxxed, stop doing it. Shut your goddamn trap and get off of YouTube. That's the new me. If you're a subscriber, I'm all for you having your anonymity, especially when you could come in here and make everybody laugh. That I could respect. But if you're a content creator and you're out here talking this junk and you're behind an avatar, you have no legs to stand on. I don't want to hear shit you got to say.
Fucking people, man.
Hallelujah.
Yep, that's straight up. Fucking dude came over here teasing my dog right now. I fucking muted it. I had to go fucking check his ass right now.
Ooh.
Fucking weird people, man. Fucking
Weird people, but maintain, do not lose your freedom.
Right.
Yeah, no, I ain't. Fucking tell me, bro. Man, it's fucking cold over here, man.
My little man told me. He said, Dad, I don't know how long you got here on this planet. He goes, and I don't want you spending the rest of it behind some fucking cage. He was like, so leave all this alone. And he was like,
that's powerful when it comes from a little guy, a little man, you know what I mean? 7, 8 years old. Yep. Or 9, what is he?
Right?
Yeah.
He's seen it like that, and then it's got to be that simple.
Yep.
Now, if somebody made the mistake and chose to take that I-4 Fairbanks exit and pay me a visit, then it's going to get serious. I'm going to make
that's different. Somebody's actually looking for some serious trouble.
Other than that, I'm not going to sit up here and live razzle with you clowns and do all that pull up here and pull up there and all that other stuff, because at the end of the day, this is really something you really don't want. It's not, because you're not coming into it the way I am. I'm in it to win it.
Yeah. Listen, man, a lot of people surprise the hell out of me how gullible they are, or just how unloyal they are, man. Like you guys were targeted, and the things that were said about you, they never ever. All these things that these people say about everybody. Have you ever noticed not one time do they come with fucking receipts?
Nope.
Not one time are they like, hey, this person is this or this person did that. Here's why.
Right.
You so fucking lie, isn't it?
Nope. They try to get the fucking crowd riled up and provoke them to act before they have time to think and be like, wait a minute, does this even make sense? Does this person does this sound like this person that I've talked to and, had phone conversations and so on and so forth for the last 6 months? Oh, wait, but you know what? Just in case, let me ask him instead of calling or fucking accusing him of something. Let me just find out. But hey, man, I've been hearing these things. You think is there any truth to that? I can't. I couldn't be mad at somebody for that. But instead,
that's the right way to do it. That's the right way to do it. Instead of just jumping and riding with that narrative, the false narrative, and oh wait, hold on, people, I got receipts, but just hold up, they'll come out one day. I'll show him one day. You know what I mean? Or is that other one? Oh, I heard it from somebody. They told me that somebody sent pictures of my kids, but I haven't seen them yet myself. But you just got to take my word for it.
You know, it's one I
The
hate.
fuck?
I hate that. I'm not gonna mention any names. One. I hate that
Yeah.
shit.
You know what I mean? Straight
Hey,
bullshit.
sometimes you need it, but you know, I hate that. Well, or the I don't know, because I don't watch any shows. Motherfucking bitch, you watch every fucking show that's on. What do you mean you don't watch? That's all you do. You watch every show. Who the fuck you think you're lying to?
Yeah,
You
you
fucking
get that a
bullshitter.
lot. It's funny how
Man.
you have some that say, "Oh, I don't watch this," or "I don't watch that," but as soon
Bullshit.
as you're in the chat and you pop and you're making a certain comment, I watch somebody lose their mind because somebody in the chat told me that I was the motherfucking man. And this person was quiet as a church mouse, but that triggered that person enough to jump out there and make comments, and you find that funny. So that whole narrative that we don't watch this, majority of people, I watch everything. I tell people, and I might not even listen to a show. I tell my brother, I'll sit there and put out a show and have it muted, and I'll be watching the chat. I will be watching the chat because this is where you learn everything. This is where you see people make comments, flat out lie, and the narrative just grows from there. And you've seen it, Marky, play out in chats. I've seen it play out. And now we're to the point where certain subscribers are getting ostracized. And you know what? And I'll bring him up today. Chris Trock has always been cool with me and my brothers.
Yep.
Since he's been on this, and
Shout out Chris Trock.
He's gone to every channel and he's done this. Chris Trock happens to be friends with MRE. But just because he's friends with MRE, now he's being ostracized. He's not supposed to be in this chat. How are you gonna go to the no-fly zone because those guys hate? And let's just be clear. I do not hate anybody on YouTube. And there's not that I don't have enough of that in me. You really aren't that important where I actually hate somebody. I might have a dislike, but there's no hate. But I watched him get ostracized today, and I'm sure there's another person that's going to be ostracized, and we're not saying no names. And those who want to know names, stop being so fucking nosy. It'll come out when I do time. That's how I do things.
Well, one day I was on Chris's channel. It was about 2-3 in the morning. And I was at Denny's, right? And I was waiting for my meal, and that certain fucking snake popped up in there and was talking shit, and he wouldn't put him on. You know what I mean? So, you know, he showed some. No. Okay, hold on. He showed some respect, you know, for me and us that way. But you know, that person just tries to, you know, use that watered down manipulation game that ain't about shit. You know.
Look,
it didn't work. It didn't work.
He came in our chat on the no-fly zone, or no, matter of fact, I'm wrong. It was on your show, Big Lou, and I didn't say hi to him because what I've learned in here, somebody might be okay with you today, they might not be okay with you tomorrow. If I say hi to you in the chat, which I do all the time, it's because I know that we're okay. If I don't say hi to you, I'll wait. If you say hi back to me, then I know we're all right. But I didn't say hi to him. And he said hi to me, and I was like, and I told him, I said, I hadn't said hi to you because, you know, people's constantly opinions change on others with the mob mentality. I don't know if you're gonna be okay with me. I was like, but his exact words were, you know, just because you might not like somebody or you going at somebody doesn't mean that I'm not gonna automatically not talk to you because of that. I was like, no, but I could respect that, but that's not what you get. We've seen it so much. I've seen people in a chat and watch their friend get massacred and stay quiet, not voice their opinion because they don't want to be ostracized or looked at differently, and that's not the case. You
don't want
speak up for those who can't speak up.
They don't want to rock the boat. That's the words I always use. They don't want to rock the boat.
You know, because there is teams. There are sides when it comes to any individuals. You know, and you see that. You know, and I'm not like that. I like to go where I want and look at everybody differently. And when we chose to distance ourselves from a lot of people, we did it. We went into this with a whole new perspective on how we see things. You know? It shows that I don't go to. You know, that I might watch them, but I won't comment. It's just a personal choice. You know?
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yep.
Yep. Like Mikey 100% right, Nelson. You put that bad boy up, and it's true. And it's true.
Well, I'll say this, dude. I feel a little bad because I think part of the reason Chris got ostracized is because of me. And that dude's nothing but a gentleman and a fucking good guy.
Good guy. Good guy. He
Great
ain't
guy
got he,
that
he ain't
did
got a
it.
mean bone in him, bro. He's not malicious.
No.
Dude, I
But
got
that's
nothing
the
but
problem. Like I said it before, man. I think people they press up on dudes who they know they can. They ain't gonna do that shit with a guy like me or some of these other cats. They're gonna do it with
yeah.
people that that it's easy target, man. That ain't.
They're
But that
gonna
shows
choose.
what that motherfucker's all about. When you're pressing
Yeah.
up on somebody
Coward.
that ain't gonna fight back, that shows what you're all about. You're a fucking
Coward.
bitch if you're doing that shit.
It's not even that
Coward
they don't
shit.
want to fight back. They just don't want the unnecessary conflict and bullshit and drama, you
Yeah,
know?
whatever the issue is, they know who they can and can't do it with. You feel me? And
Oh,
that ain't
for
right,
real,
bro. We're
yeah.
fucking all
Not
men here. Don't fucking tell somebody where they can and can't go or ostracize them, make them feel bad. Who the fuck are you to do that? You
Exactly.
should do it to your
Exactly.
ass. See how the fuck you like it, you little bitch.
Yeah. That's
Yo,
that coward
Mikey,
shit, though.
Mikey's on point with that, bro. Exactly what he said in that comment.
Oh, yeah.
can't see the chat.
He's absolutely
What
he's
is it? Let me.
absolutely right. He's absolutely right. But we also have a few where we build up a relationship. Like the Hindu, we consider the Hindu family. Primo, we consider kind of like family. Now, granted, have we met each other in person? And here's another thing that's another narrative that's spun. People feel because you never met somebody in person that you're not allowed to have a bond. And I find that funny because how many people have had 6 months, 7 month relationships on telephones and want to having a marriage that's lasted 30, 40
100%.
years. So you can't always go by that. Now you could cook with a lot of stuff, but you have some. But the only thing is that you got to just be consistent, and that's my thing that bothered me the most. That it was the most disappointing. In fact, having conversations and chats and stuff is one thing, but when you interact with somebody on a landline and you build up a rapport and you're hearing this and you're hearing that, and then to go watch them do the opposite, it bothers to the extreme. So you just look at it and you say, okay, it's like my brothers, me and Nelson. Lou does his thing, and Lou doesn't involve himself in so much of the other shows and the chats as much as we do and we watch. But we had to cut off a lot of people because it was that they wanting to be liked so much. At the end of the day, I like me. I like myself. I'm good with myself.
That's all that matters.
With my flaws and everything, I like myself. So if you choose to not like me, that's up to you. I'm not losing any sleep over it. It's not gonna sway me to change my lifestyle, my values, my principles, or nothing. You don't like me, but you have a lot that are not like that. They want to be so like that they'll be in a chat where somebody that's really good to them is getting their ass handed to them, and nobody wants you to always come to defense. You don't have to defense, but speak up and say, you know what? You feel that way. You're entitled to feel that way about that person, but I don't. That person is okay with me. That person has always shown me respect, has always been good with me, and this is where it's at. Until that person acts differently, I'm not going to stop being that person's friend or have an association because you're mad at that person. But this is this we stuff. We're mad. We mad, so you have to be. We
Be
don't
mad
like
with
this
us.
person. So
Right?
we have to be mad
since
together. It has to stop. It's ridiculous.
All right.
it
That's
is
why I
man.
said I don't mind. You don't like us, or you don't like me. You don't like us. You don't like me. For whatever reason, that's fine. Like you said, but when you start making those fake ass lies and try to make us out to be some fucking rotten ass motherfuckers doing scandalous shit, you know what I mean?
Rotten,
That's
bro.
when I got to say something. You know what I mean?
Well, dude, it's ridiculous that fucking because of 6-8 people fighting, the other 500 have to fight with each other.
Yeah.
Look at right now, we're over here gossiping and not even gossiping. We're basically making points on how we feel and how we see things. And the chat's rocking out. There's nobody beefing. There's people here who I don't like to use that word, but they're not necessarily. They don't always have to like the same people. And everybody's here intermingling, having a conversation. And that's what it should be. You shouldn't have to just ostracize somebody. Like right now, you'll have a few that are here, but I'm sure later on somebody will go, "Hey, we seen this person was over there in the no-fly zone. Can you believe it? Or this person was over there at the no-fly zone. Can you honestly? That shit is garbage. Garbage. You know, it's what it is that people want to become. So you got victimizers in the community and the victims. You know, and people love being victims. There are some content creators that they love being victims, and you got some that want to just be under the bosom of this. We sick. We did this. Let me ride over here. No, you'll never see me over there because it makes you unhappy. Man, listen, you need to stop. You need to go wherever you want to do. That's crazy. Eh?
Like I always said, I always say it. After all the shit I've been through in my life and what we've been through in our life, we ain't gonna let some lame ass motherfuckers that don't even show their fucking face gonna fucking tell me, even if they show their face, ain't gonna tell me where to go or what to do. You know what I mean? That's
especially
simple.
motherfuckers who never have had a set of handcuffs on their fucking.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I should have been dead probably five times at least. You know what I mean? And I'm still here for some reason, right?
Give me a minute.
So, like I said, I ain't gonna let some jive ass motherfucker. You know,
jive ass turkey, jive ass turkey ass.
Yep, straight up, jive ass motherfucking jokers, man. You know what I mean? Straight.
Hey, that's Catalina right there, Lou.
Payaso de carnaval.
Straight up.
Carnival clowns.
Fucking clowns, bro.
What's that, Catalina?
That's Catalina, bro.
Boat to hold?
Santa Carolina. Hey, you know Jack LaLanne swam from right here to Catalina Island, 39 miles offshore, with his hands cuffed behind his back. No, this is San Pedro. With his hands cuffed behind his back. Google it right now, bro. With his hands cuffed behind his back with, I think, 39 rowboats with people filled. He swam from here and back at 80 years old. That dude was a fucking beast.
They have a lot of jazz concerts there. My brother goes to them right there.
Mm-hmm.
My brother's in Hawaii right now.
Born and raised right here, bro.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say it was close to Long Beach. I wasn't gonna say it was in Long Beach because I'm not really sure what, but I know it's close.
No, he did. Yeah, you're right though. He did it out of Long Beach Harbor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back. It's like Lefty. Lefty's my guy. Lefty's always been our guy. We and Lefty, we've had our our disagreements, and you know what? But at the end of the day, he's my guy. And if it means that my association with him is gonna make me a target, then so be it. It's no different than it is with stand-up. Again, I don't have to agree with it, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's not gonna change. I do it with Tony Soulflow. You know, we once beefed with each other, and we have each other's thing where we're good. Am I okay with everything that he does on his show? No, but at the end of the day, Tony's a grown-ass man, and he flat out told me when we first started, you know, who are you to tell me how I feel today? I was like, you're absolutely right. I might not be okay with it. You just do you. You know, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life or how you feel to do this. I might not agree with it, but it's what it is. But you in here, you get sacrificed. The reason we caught the backlash the way we did was because we once beefed with him, and we came up to an agreement that we wouldn't talk about him, he wouldn't talk about us. We were ostracized. People they felt because they couldn't understand why we would talk to him or do that. But yet I found it funny that the same people who ostracized us for making friends with Tony are now friends with people who've done the same thing to them. So it becomes that do as I say and not as I do.
Not as I do.
I don't have time for that.
Carlos,
I don't.
They didn't fucking not understand. They did not understand why you guys did it. They understand perfectly well. They were just upset because you did it with somebody they didn't approve of.
Exactly.
And they wanted, and not only that, because a few days after that, they came out saying that's how you do it. You call each other.
They do it because they ain't got the balls to do it them fucking selves, and it pisses them off that someone else is fucking doing it.
I think what it is that they want to be the one to, because they came out a couple of days after that saying that's how you do it. You call people, you talk about it, right? Whatever. It's that they want to be the leader of the monkey see, monkey do type shit. But because Carlos did it first, or we did it first, then it's an issue. You know what I'm saying?
She's not enough Indians, bro.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say was when these motherfuckers come out talking about, oh, Carlos is on lefties, and I'm like, wait a minute, man, we've been fucking with Lefty for way before we even talked to you motherfuckers. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Just like that.
Yeah.
You You know what I mean? I just,
Me
it just,
and
it makes
Carlos
no
had
sense.
already been calling that little bitch out. We've been calling that guy out for weeks, and we had known about his bitch ass from day one. Oh, I wasn't gonna say nothing. The guy's not talking about me. I ain't gonna talk about him. You know what I mean? Just like how I function in real life. Fucking keep my name out your mouth, bro. You'll live longer. As soon as we started doing it, now everybody's, it's fucking bullshit. But it is what it is. You know what you get with these clowns, bro. Like you just said, a bunch of payaso.
Yep.
The only reason
bro.
they were going after Lou was because he was 5'2".
5'2", 490.
Right, yo. These guys were hitting him up for a platform shoe supplier.
Yeah. Hey, what was so stupid was that these fucking idiots really fucking believe that. Fucking straight idiot ass
they were asking
clowns,
hey,
man.
bro, are you really 5'2"? You really 5'2"?
Yeah,
a couple.
Really? You're shocked they believe that after all the other shit they believe?
The other stuff that
I was scared the whole time, bro. I'm only 5'5", bro. I was scared.
Yep.
That guy's like 2 feet taller than you, bro.
Bro, I was scared.
Every time he talked, he was another inch taller. And I seen the orange door. Carlos said, look, he's got an orange door. I go, bro, there ain't no fucking way this guy, he lives in a fucking, whatever he was claiming. I'd been in a lot of fucking multi-million dollar homes. Never seen an orange door. The fuck out of here. I knew it was a trailer.
Not to mention, what's the door? What's the door ceiling? You know, the door, the radius of the door, or however you say it, right? With 7 feet, right? Normal is 7, usually 7 feet, right? So if you're 6'8", you're going to be just a little bit underneath 4 inches, which is not much. You know what I mean? But it looked more like a whole foot.
The guy was using smoking mirrors, bro.
He was at like the middle fucking middle hinge, which is like
he was at the bottom of the door handle.
Yeah, the bottom of the hinge. Yeah, so that's about 6 foot, 5'10", 6 foot, maybe something like that.
Clown. He fucked up right there with the orange door.
Because it wasn't. He wasn't even as tall as the tallest hinge. He was the middle hinge.
Okay, well I'm standing now.
And then you got pictures of that motherfucker now. Everybody's seen what he looks like. That dude's sloppy as fuck.
Where's the top hinge?
Yeah.
See the top hinge? I'm right there.
Up to the exposure. I remember months into this, even before and right after me and my brother did the response video. It was simple questions that is basic and people did not catch on to it. And a lot of it is willful ignorance.
What's my name?
They didn't want to see it.
I want
a guy that wants to tell you he can't get a signal. He can't do this. He can't do that.
Oh my God, yeah.
And I'm watching people in the chat defend it. Like, yeah, he's right.
We all seen it.
This is why he doesn't do this. Oh, he's right. This is why he doesn't do this because of this. And it was like, no, you enabling all of this. It's a common sense thing.
He wouldn't have dropped no videos. He wouldn't have been able to drop no videos.
Everybody got fucking signal, bro. Everybody got bars on their fucking phone.
He's on the chats, typing away furiously, but he's got no signal, right?
But even to upload a video, to YouTube, you gotta have fucking Wi-Fi, right? And you wouldn't be able to do it.
Well, dude, even to talk on the chats, you need that shit.
Oh yeah, that too. So it's just
they don't want to. They choose to see the red flags. We speaking from a point that we knew it. We actually defended Chicago. We were even when left was calling it out. We were okay. We would say, you know what? Let's see how this plays out. I actually got on SoFlo's show. That is one of the reasons why we in SoFlo, if people remember, that we started beefing. I went on SoFlo the first time to defend the maggot on a lie that was put out there, and I only did that because I know it was a lie because I'm the one as the Punisher that was using a choice of words that went viral within that chat. So I says the narrative that they're pushing that he said this is wrong. I'm the one who said it. We were good. The next time we got ostracized, we said it. We said we're going to stand with a particular content creator. Now, this particular content creator, let's be clear. When me and my brothers, and we're talking about MRE, when me and my brothers had this conversation with MRE, and they're both here, what was our take? Did we chalk up all those markings and everything and all the stuff that was out? Did we chuck that shit up to history? What we said,
No.
it's an ideology. He can't run from it. We're not dumb enough to believe that ideology wasn't there. So the only thing we can do is say to ourselves, maybe it's an ideology he doesn't indulge in anymore, and he's never acted like that with us. So we're not gonna hold that against him. We could just deal with the way the person acts. But at no time did we not think that that was what that ideology was. You know, and we addressed it with a big content creator of a certain movement, and we told him where we stood on it. But we said we're going to deal with the man as how he had treated us. It wasn't until after we started distancing ourselves from the whole thing, because what was happening was you're screaming about this going on, but you guys are indulging in the same thing, and we was not okay with it. We said we didn't want to, so we said, you know what, we're going to pull back away, distance ourselves, start fresh, and move on from there. More information started coming out, more stuff on the case, and this is how we came to our conclusion and our stance and how we felt, and it never changed. Now, you might not like how we feel or how, you know, you might not agree with it, but that's exactly where it was. At no time did we run, at no time did we stop, and at no time, and that's what bothered me the worst, was the fact that we were scared. And that was bogus, because they would say, oh, they dropped out of the movement because they didn't want to deal with the repercussions. Meanwhile, if anybody knows us, we've always been vocal and Front Street. That creator of that movement and made a video specifically stating, I spoke to these gentlemen. They've let me know all their grievances. At no time did they step down because of repercussions of what people thought. It's never affected these gentlemen and how they feel.
No, man.
That video
They
came
never.
out, the video
Oh,
was
sorry.
played, and the bullshit narrative still went out because it was being pushed by those who are upset that we weren't there defending anymore. No, you got enough people to defend. I'm not out here to be Captain Save everybody. It's just not that. We're gonna
Yeah, but
focus on
dude, you
us.
also got to show loyalty where loyalty's shown. And the fact that, you guys never said anything, I'll say it. Fucking Angel did a show. Every time you guys scheduled a show, Angel would schedule a show 5 minutes later. Constantly direct people to other channels except yours, and never even acknowledged you guys. But like literally every show these guys did, they could plan it a week in advance, and she would do a show 5 minutes after these guys start. They would do random times just to see, and she would pop on. I don't know what it was with her. Maybe it's a deep-seated racist thing. Maybe it's jealousy. I don't fucking know. But dude, she had it out for these dudes every single time they did it. I mean, that had to be incredibly frustrating. You guys are supposed to be in this movement together, showing solidarity, and you just got shit on.
Now, in all fairness, with that situation, it was brought up that we could have addressed it to Angel, but with us, we were in talks with a content creator who had specific phone options directly to Angel. We voiced it to him, thinking that it would get back. We then voiced it to Dominic, the creator of the We Push Back movement, and voiced the issue we had. Dominic then made a video saying how everyone should try to work with each other as far as the scheduling. Angel played that video on her show. Dominic made it evidently clear in that video he was referring to the no-fly zone and their grievances. That video was played. And what happened? Nothing changed. So me and my brothers huddled like we do, because it was a joint decision, it's three of us, and we said, you know what? If we're gonna be over here doing this, and we're gonna be fighting for people, and we're gonna align ourselves with people, and we can't get those little things back, we don't need to be part of this. We don't need to be around this. What started happening? They started bringing people from other communities, like this DJ, No Nevermind clown, and they start parading this guy. He's making videos, going on people's shows, talking about a certain other content creator's moms and his wife are selling their vajayjay. We thought that was just something that was despicable, especially when Stevie Wonder could see that you don't know this, man. You don't know shit. You just blabbing. They brought you over here to push a propaganda. You don't know that, man. You didn't. And I wasn't at the time it happened. We wasn't okay with FBS. There was still drama going on, but I still would speak up for him because how are you going to bring somebody from another community and flat out making up lies because you dislike somebody so much? So that was our issue, and I says people in the circle are platforming him. It didn't have to be necessarily a we push back member, but everybody else is friends with him. This clown is still here to this day. He pops up in shows. They put him on the screen, and then they listen to him like no, he's a liar. He doesn't
And
know
a
this man.
fabricator.
He came out here as a liar, and he's still out here. Why? Because he goes at a particular somebody, and this is what we see time and time again. It's do this side and this, and honestly, what it is everybody wants to be under the bosom of Angel God. I'm my own man. I don't have nothing against Angel Gotti. And this narrative that I heard pushed, anybody that knows me, I've never said one bad word over John Gotti Sr. That respect level I have for that man will never change. I've been his staunchest supporter right now, and it'll never change. But to say that I used to be a simp and I'm not, no, I was never a simp. It was out of respect, and that doesn't just come from an aspect of me reading books and me watching them on the screen. I got to spend time with a man that I grew to have feelings for, that I considered somebody special. He was the reason why I chose to change my life when I come out. He knew Senior since he was a child. He loved that man, and we would have conversations, and he would tell me how the real man is, who the person he knew. So that built that response, that bond and that respect for that man. And at the end of the day, I never glorify their lifestyles or what they did, but I will always glorify a man that takes his weight, that takes his accountability, and that's where that was at. But yeah, and I'm hearing all this other narrative, this and that. Nah, it is what it is. You don't have to like.
That's the other thing. That's the other thing too. People can talk shit about his brothers. You know how they like to say, "Oh, this brother was whatever." Every one of those men took their medicine and did their time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Two of them died behind the wall, right? Two of them, Senior and Pete. Gene decided not to take a plea deal. He listened to his boss, which was his brother. Lost in trial, right? Got 50 years, did 30 on 50. The other brothers and the nephews and Junior, they all done time, and they all, so, this is coming from people talking shit that couldn't do the time. You know what I mean? So
I think a big reason, since I came into the community, I've watched people who once were supportive of John J. Gotti now not support him. And I honestly, and it's just my opinion, and I can people could not like it or not agree with it. It's just how I feel. I think her presence on here is the reason why he went from being so loved to so disliked. And there's two aspects for it. You can come out here and speak from the father aspect of how much you love him. But when you try to make a man that came from a lifestyle like that and make him to be an angel, a saint, you distract from everything. You make
no, just nobody's that stupid enough to believe that.
It's real simple, and people don't grasp this. You do not get to become the boss or even get a button in that lifestyle by being a good man. Nobody's to say that they weren't great men when they went home, but you do not get to be in that position if you're not exactly who you are and encompass everything that goes on in that lifestyle. Everything from murder to racketeering to gambling to drugs to everything. It is a money-making business. And all aspects of revenue come into those families. So when people say, oh, John Gotti was a drug dealer, he didn't do hand-to-hand combat. He didn't actually sit on the corner and do that. But if you're going to think that man did not receive money coming into that organization from illicit proceeds, you're out your fucking mind. They all do it. They've done it since the inception of the Cosa Nostra in this country. So when you go and you try to defend certain aspects of stuff that was done in that lifestyle, no, you got to come at it from the aspect of your father. When you try to make somebody a saint, and he once told his older daughter, don't you make me out to be a saint, because I wasn't. And that's a fact.
Yeah.
but he was a good man, and he'll always have my respect because he took his weight. Same way Frankie Lowe did, same way Peter did, same way. And I will always respect a man that takes his weight. I'm not gonna glorify what he did, and I'm not saying it's good because I honestly think that the streets are garbage now. I don't have that mentality anymore. But even still now, with the streets being garbage, the rules still don't change. If you're out there, you're doing dirt, expect stuff to come. It's just that simple. But own
part of the game.
stuff. Own your shit.
Part of the game. Part of the game, man. People are gonna stab you in the back. People are gonna flip on you. People are gonna set you up. It's just part of the game. And if you if you want to play that naive, if you want to play that naive bullshit like some of these motherfuckers come on here doing, you know, you're just we're not
that's
buying
the biggest
it. You know
part right there, man. People don't, you know, they talk. Listen, bro, when you're dealing with gangsters and people in the streets, guess what comes with that? Ratting. You could be your best friend, could be your fucking brother, could be your cousin. You're gonna get ratted on. You're gonna get told on. People are gonna die. You're gonna get robbed. You're gonna get shit stolen from you. You're gonna get people breaking in your fucking house. You're gonna get backstabbing and shit talking. That's the fucking streets, bro. And if you don't fucking know that, you're in the wrong fucking business, buddy.
They know it. They know it. It's either what it boils down to. They know it. They just want to play stupid. But the fact is, what I believe is the reason why they try to play that shit is that, oh, so and so did me dirty, is because when you were out there in the street, you're one of those type of motherfuckers that were pointing the finger all the time. When something came up about somebody, like in other words, oh, hey, did you hear about what this happened with this dude? You were one of the first ones to condemn the person, and then it backfired on your. It backfired, not so much dry snitching, but just the fact is you were casting stones at the person before before legitimate any type of evidence came up about.
I was talking more about the YouTube, the people in the chat or content creators. They act like fucking they don't know, bro. Listen, when you're in the streets, all that shit's coming with. I wasn't talking about nobody in particular. There's people in the chat, bro.
People on YouTube.
I was talking about these content creators. Some of these ones that were in the street at one point that say, "Oh, I was stabbed in the back. That's why I flipped."
Yeah, they're full of shit. You already know that's gonna happen.
Mikey Scars says it. He says, "I didn't take it all to a certain person. I took it to this entity," right? Which is true, so you can't, that doesn't fly all the time. It just basically it doesn't really fly at all, but it just shows that it wasn't really in you. You're not that type of gangster, you know what I'm saying? Or it was you were on the other end of doing a lot of scandalous shit, and then it caught up to you, so you had no choice but you felt that to flip to save yourself. You know what I mean?
My boy, I've been ratted on twice.
Motherfuckers, man. Yeah, me too. I got a word
in court, but a lot of bullshit shit never went on. I got ratted on fucking murder beef, bro, when I was 18 years old. I could have talked. I fought that shit. I fucking took it to the box and I beat it. Okay. Look, you're doing shit. You fucking take your fucking medicine, bro. Now, if you get that, you fight it. You go through your appeals process and you deal with it. When you're running around the streets doing shit, that's what fucking happens. I had a guy fucking sit on the stand and said he was there. I seen it was all bullshit. It was a complete fucking lie. The jury seen through it. The dude wasn't credible. And guess what? The fucking prosecutors were paying this kid, bro. That's what happens when you fuck around in the streets. You get a dirty prosecutor. Sometimes, 9 times out of 10, they're worse. They got immunity. They're the ones you got to watch out for.
Absolutely.
But that's what comes with this shit, man.
It's a package deal. Cops, arrest, stick up
100%. Liars.
It's a package deal. It's kind of like on YouTube. When you get on YouTube, you're gonna expect trolls. You're gonna expect conflict. You're gonna expect people to not agree with what you're saying. And that's the case. Wendy, baby girl, Wendy. I think your phone is in your pocket and you're doing some hammering work without realizing it. Because
Carlos, I know guys that are sitting in the joint right now that are sitting there on murder beefs, bro, that didn't do it. Okay, but if you're in a car, and one of your homeboys pulls out a pistol and busts at somebody and that person dies, everybody in that car, you know what happens with kids these days, bro. They start, oh, he was there. Now you're gonna fucking fight a fucking life case, bro, just because you're in that car, even though you didn't want to be there and something happened and went down without you wanting to do it. You're part of that murder now. Okay, and these kids are holding their mud, bro. I know a lot of guys that are in the joint that fucking, shouldn't be there. That's part of the fucking streets.
I know a couple dudes that they knew. I know a couple dudes that they know for a fact that they didn't pull the trigger. They knew the story about what happened, but because the fact that they didn't say, yeah, Johnny was the one that pulled the trigger or Sammy pulled the trigger, they took him to the box, to trial. They didn't offer him no deals. They lost in trial, and they're doing the rest of their life. Yep.
I put up a posting because I do my daily positive quote all the time, and I put one up the other day on Instagram, and it was simple, and it says, the streets aren't for everyone. That's why there
I remember
are
that.
sidewalks, and
They're not for most.
really deep because it's exactly it. We all, if anybody's been in the streets, the consequences of that lifestyle. And I want to say, Mikey, have a good night, my brother. Thank you
good
for
night,
stopping
Mikey.
by. And Mikey dropped some jewels tonight, and he's 100%. And Mikey, you don't got to worry about it, brother. I'm not talking about it. I got stories for days, and I've never voiced any of them on this bad boy because some shit just needs to be taken to the grave with me.
And it's kind of like anything else. So Carlos, you can recognize, even like you start to learn over time. Okay, this guy ain't cut out for that shit. You start to realize the older you get, the better you learn people and human beings and individuals, the way they function. You could just look at it, just like I said with Chicago Muscle. I gotta smell that on you, homeboy. I know when I'm talking to you, if I'm dealing with a fucking bitch or a rat or you got a weak heart, I know what I'm dealing with. And there's a lot of people on here that are that way. You over time you learn these things. Okay, I never did say you want to fucking get away with crime, you do it by your fucking self.
Absolutely. Remember, Carlos, remember the other day when we were on the panel and Sundown was on there and he asked me, well, I don't know what I can talk about. And I was like, well, look, I'm not going to mention those names. I go, you want to mention the name? You will remember at one time. You want to mention whatever? Go ahead. But I don't talk about those names on my channel.
It's a personal choice. It's
a
personal choice. Some choose to speak up. I've let a little bits and pieces out there, but a lot of the stuff I kept inside out of respect. And now, granted, most of these men are past now, but it's still it was stuff that was exchanged between us that will stay there. There's stories for days. There's stuff that I've heard that knocks down a lot of these false narratives, but that's stuff that I'll leave because it was talked about in confidence and out of respect for some. I'll never let it out, no matter what. And it's just
that's your moral compass.
Chooses to be different, and how they do things,
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Trevor Smith, exactly. You leaving? You take it easy, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tap. I gotta tap out too. I gotta take care of some things, and I'm gonna make a lot of noise.
Me too, gentlemen.
Yeah,
it was a pleasure talking with all of you.
If I try to stay on, I'm gonna make a lot of noise doing it. So I don't want to do that.
No, you good.
I'll be listening. I'm gonna eat dinner, you guys. I might jump back on if you're still on, but I'll be listening.
No doubt. Do your thing.
All right,
gentlemen. Take it easy. Likewise, brother.
Sons, what's going on, bud? But yeah, man. If we want, let's do a little roll call, Carlos. That way we could cut this one short. That way Lefty's going on in a few minutes.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
2 hours.
Yo, you guys want to stay on? It's up to you, man.
Now we can go hang out in your stuff. It was just a real quick one because we were trying to work the Wednesday aspect, but the schedules are conflicting, so we figured we just do a show. And,
all right,
everybody.
All right, guys. I'll see you over there.
And I'm gonna put the link in the chat for everybody to go hang out in Lefties right after the show.
Yep.
Let me start from the top. Roscoe, good for stopping by. Lefty, who's gonna start his show now. Steve, hurrah. J-Fit, glad you came here, sweetie. And before I interrupt, I always want to mention the ladies from the Hive are getting a bad reputation. And my experience with the ones that I have, they're awesome. So it goes to show you how some narratives don't always necessarily agree with how people are. I happen to love the ladies. Shout out to Mims, Jules, Miss Mickey, Catchy, all the ladies from the Hive. Thank you for being awesome. Tony the Night Owl, Sean, Sven Larson, TT Rad, the Endu, and Vito the Superstar, my brother. Dragon 1982, Joey Melrose, my guy. Beck Brooklyn, my warrior brother. Sean. I want to thank everybody that stopped by. If we've missed any names, You know, I didn't have the phone scrolling all the way up to the top. But again, thank you for stopping by the No Fly Zone, hanging out with us. And we appreciate your support. And if you want, you can hit that like button on the way out if you ain't hit it on the way in. Arthur Stewart, Christopher Capello. And if you want to address anything, well, I'll go drop this link real quick.
I'm going to drop the link too.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Drop your link.
We've been
you can drop links to anybody you want to while we're here.
Definitely drop your links, man. Marky, thanks for coming on, brother.
Absolutely, Mark, for real.
Stormy Rivers, thank you for stopping in.
Oh, Stormy Rivers, I'm sorry I missed you, doll. Stormy Rivers, I love Stormy Rivers.
Yep.
Michael, take it easy, buddy.
Michael Moormill, yes, thank you for stopping by. That's that guy. Good man. Good man.
Yeah, remember that too? That was an issue too, remember?
Remember how we treated that man for the freaking maggot and how respectful that man was and everything. I swear to God, every time I think about it, I get upset. But it goes to show you, just there are some people that are they're so good of people inside. They wouldn't even take offense to that, and mad respect for that working man.
Yep, longshoreman.
Hard working man and a good dude.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You dropped them links, Lou. What you doing, bro?
Yes, it's coming right now.
It's coming, huh?
It's coming right now.
It's coming right now.
I got to see. Remember, I got that long thing, right? The 100 with the fist, the dude with the slopes on, the arm rig, the fist, the Puerto Rican flag, the American flag, and now I got to add the dog because now, you know what I mean? Before you know, it's gonna be 2 dogs in it. So, anyways. There's the link. If you guys haven't already, go check out What It Do with Big Lou, NFZR2, which stands for No Fly Zone Ricans 2, baby. You know what I mean?
I want to give a shout out to my man, stand-up guy. He had a rough day yesterday, and again, he's grown. If he's gonna go and he's going to go to battle, I have no problem with him battling. I just want him to try and be different and not involve the families, but I'm going to drop his link, because that's one thing we've seen in this community, whether somebody's right or wrong, we've seen people, forget people to go with the narrative. I'm not going to do that. He's grown. I'll let him battle out with these gentlemen. That's what gentlemen do, battle it out. But at no time am I going to turn my back on him, even if I disagree with how he went about things. It's just that simple. Same reason I never turned my back on SoFlo. With the heat,
right. If you consider him your friend, like that just takes me back to when I was a kid, and I would go to somebody's house, man, and they would embarrass me, bro. They would talk to their parents like fucked up, right? And I would take them to the side, like I said, don't do that shit in front of me. You know what I mean? I don't know why that came to my mind right now when you said that, but because it was something I didn't agree with what they did, and I considered them friends. You know what I mean? But I just told them, don't do that in front of me no more. You know what I mean? I don't like the way I felt when you did that, and I don't like how you embarrassed your parents. And here I'm only like 12, 13 years old telling these motherfuckers that. You know what I mean? Because we weren't raised like that.
Oh, and you do that, and it comes from inside, and you say, okay, this is just my opinion on how I feel. Now you're not necessarily going to change somebody's whole thing on how they see things or their actions, but you could voice it. It's like what we always said. What was our motto when we built this channel? I'm gonna ride with my brother whether he's right or wrong, and hopefully later on down the line we can get it right. And it's just that simple, and we need more of it. And people need to speak up for those, even if it means you're going to be ostracized. If you rock with somebody and you see that there's a narrative being pushed that's wrong and you know it to be wrong, voice your opinion, whether who likes it or not. Speak up for that person. We need more of that. See, what happens is we get used to one narrative being pushed and everybody just jumping on it. Next thing you know, it winds up being false later. No. There's always 2 sides to a story, everyone. No one ever forget that. It doesn't change, whether it's in real life or on YouTube.
Yep.
Bada bing.
But
all right, gentlemen.
Thank you everybody for stopping by. Nelson, my brother. Lou, my brother. Good show.
Yep.
I love you guys. Everybody
Likewise.
in chat. You know, you have a good one. And again, thank you for your support and stopping by and hit that like button on the way out.
Yep.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Let's see where we
No
going
doubt.
here.
Hey, Nelson, before I forget, what was the name of that song that you did the last intro?
Which one?
Who was that? The last intro you did.
Sing the song. I don't know which one you told.
I don't know. I'll go. It's like the reggaeton. It's a reggaeton song.
I'll check it out. I'll see which one it was.
I can't. I've heard it. I mean, I've only heard it. I've heard it a couple times, but then I heard you used it in the intro a couple times, different times over the so many months.
I'll check it out and see.
By the way, Carlos, I only watch a few channels. I can't hear everything and negative shit talk about me. I want to know. Thanks.
I got you, Mikey. You ain't got to worry about that. I'll speak up for you, Silverback, because I know who you are. I know where you come from, and you always been consistent in who you is. Trust me, my brother. You know that for a fact. When it comes to you, there's some of us that respect has always been there, and it'll never leave. And that's one thing about me. Many could consider I am a little outspoken, but I'm going to call balls and strikes, and I'm going to voice my opinion, whether someone likes it or they don't. That'll never change. Chopper, my brother from down under, thank you for stopping by. You have a good one.
All right, my brother.
I think it's your own risk. Yeah. All right. Yep.
I'll play the intro now. Maybe it might be this one, Lou. All right, guys. Have a good night. I'll talk to you soon. See you next week.
All right. All right, Chopper Reed and Edward. Good night.
Attention passengers, this is your stewardess Iris Chacon on flight 560. We will be reaching our destination point of San Juan, Puerto Rico within the next 5 minutes. Please fasten your seatbelts and have your seats in an upright position. Thank you for flying Air Goya.
Without your love.